over 2 minutes 10.
That's fine. I've put a 10-minute timer on.
Oh, is James not here today?
Well,
They
they should
should
be.
They're
They
probably went away.
yeah, they should
Uh,
be.
Jen said
Yeah.
they would be
Yeah,
here, but
but they need to
leave
dip
about
out
the same
early.
time as you.
Yeah.
They'll show up when they show up.
I mean, do they know
Well-
what time it is, or do they know it's Christmas?
Oh, well done.
Gosh, it's not even past November yet. It's only
you're
just
allowed.
past my birthday.
No,
Fuck you.
It's post
Oh
Halloween.
yeah, happy
Christmas is
belated
fair
birthday,
game.
Bob. Right, it was Bob's birthday the other day. We all need to sing happy birthday.
No.
Happy
Happy
birthday
birthday
to
to
you.
Ball.
Happy
birthday
birthday to you.
Ball.
Happy birthday, dear Bob. Happy birthday to you.
Like a hollering of cats.
Yeah.
That's because Susie and Gregor were singing too.
Yeah.
Alrighty then. It looks like we have everyone and we're ready to go.
1 sec.
Not yet. Wolfie's still loading up their stream stuff.
My stream software's being a bitch, so give me a moment.
No, that's fine. That's fine.
That's what
We
I
can
put-
get started
put on
before the
10
5-minute mark.
Yeah,
Well-
I think I can.
I've put the time,
Alright, I'd like
timer
to-
on just in case.
There we go.
Just be
You know, I think a timer quite works if you start before the timer ends.
safe.
There we go. It's
Well-
working now. Okay.
What does your audience think?
I mean,
About on par.
The audience is waiting.
The audience goes. That tracks.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's working now. It's fixed. It was just not actually showing my screen that I normally stream it with. It was just being weird.
There.
Oh, now it's like 8-minute odds.
Technical difficulty.
And it's 2 viewers.
Yes, technically, we are difficult.
Yeah.
We are very difficult. Let's be honest.
I mean, I don't have a technical difficulty screen. I've got be right back screen.
You
That's
should
good
have a
enough.
technical diff- Yeah, the technical difficulty one is basically copywritten anyway.
Well, it depends on. Like, I'll probably make one with "fuck you" like breaking shit. But
It's just Alvina and fuck you just looking at a PC and kicking
No.
it occasionally.
I know what it has to be. It has to be fuck you in his room with his poster board of what he's. That's his technical difficulty. He doesn't know who's going to torture next.
No, I've got the perfect one. It's
I
Zormi
have an
looking
idea.
in through a door at fuck you just sitting down in a room and occasionally just like fuck you is punching just this bit of technology and Zormi just goes from like looking in calmly to panic.
all I imagine in that
I
point
have another
is
one.
is Grogu pressing a button in Mandalorian ship.
Just turn it off.
I have another one.
Go.
It's Spooky and Assassin debating which way up because they're rebuilding the professor, and it's like the head's on backwards. Technical difficulties. Just three arms for no reason.
Would you trust fuck you in
All
that?
on the left sides.
You know what would be a good one? Would actually be the professor, and it's just like a professor leading a bunch of innocent civilians, and then a fireball just coming in.
To be honest, I was just gonna say a pit with the professor was here.
There's many different technical difficulties, ones that we could do.
Yeah.
It could be TR with his deity in a headlock.
Quit's just choking out his deity. That'd be a good one. I really like that one, actually.
Lou trying to explain not to just Eldritch Blast everywhere.
Oh, but it's Luke explain to the cultists. It's gonna be like a 3-bit little like sequence, so it can be just.
Oh no, I just saw them like all cross-legged on the floor in front of me. He's got like a teacher's hat on. Good.
Yeah,
Eldritch
doing
Blast
that.
Safety
It's
101.
like blackboard, and it's that, and then the last one is just them all firing off at the ceiling. and Lou's just hiding under a table.
Well, the
It's a
point
safe
is
space.
just-
Now we've got
Under attack.
we've got the Alvina one. Alvina chasing after some wild boar. Technical difficulties. It's not got. It's not in her mouth yet.
It's just Alvina. It's technical That's the be right back. That's the be right back
Yeah.
screen. Is Alvina just
I have a
chasing
second one.
down some random animal with a knife and
I've-
fork and a
Just getting
beam?
a snack.
I have a second one.
Go.
Either the Point and Merida, Point bot, dressed as the little girl and the puppet thing from those old BBC end of day
Yeah.
things.
Yeah.
Sussed in under tentacle.
Ugh.
Did we get the other stream up?
Yes, we are.
Okay, we want to get going.
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah.
Ready to go?
Switching screens.
All right, switch us live then. Let's go.
Cool. Here we are.
Alrighty, welcome back to another exciting episode of The World of Alterra, the Shattered Altsphere. For today's session, episode 45, Firestar 45, part 2. The party's finally on the ship, and they have successfully not been discovered, having defeated all of the guards that were in the storage room with them when they got onto the ship.
Having walled off the button.
Having walled off that button. And then chase them around a bunch of storage racks. And they now have to make the decision of, do they go through the small, relatively cramped ventilation system in the ship, a ventilation ship that, as has been rightly pointed out by those with higher intelligence in the party, you're unsure of the cleaning methodology of these vents and any dangers that might be lurking in the confined, squeezed space that you would be crawling through.
Still convinced it's a news.
Or do you go out the large stone cave-like doors into the corridors of the ship and attempt to sneak through undetected while you attempt to locate the central control room of this massive floating island-shaped ship? Only time will tell. Let's quickly introduce everyone. We are without The Point and Assassin this week, but we have everyone else. Wolfie, say hi.
Howdy!
Zormir, say hi.
Hi.
Fukyu, say hi.
Hello there.
Gwent, say hi.
Hey.
Cultmaster Lou, say hi.
Hi.
And Fade, say hi.
Howdy?
And last but not least, I am Chris McKenzie. I will be your DM for today. So,
I love that. What is what I'm saying? I love that Lou's starting his rap career. Apparently, that's what it sounds like.
quite possibly. We return to the storage room upon the what appears to be some sort of royal astral ship. I'm just going to call it an astral ship for now. And you've successfully walled off the button. You've successfully defeated and taken prisoner any of the guards that you would like to. And this has just been moments after the fight. You've been able to quickly heal up or use any actions that you'd like. You've not short rested just yet, as you are on a very time-sensitive mission. You probably only have an hour or two at most. So any short rest would use up a decent chunk of your time allocation. Assuming you want to get away before the any mass of shore leave fire guards or the royal princess herself returns to the ship. Now, previously you've discovered the vent in the bottom south of the room. That was a possibility of leaving, or there is the large stone doors to the left that look to lead out into the corridor. Stone doors that kind of just move at a push. There is, you've been able to kind of test them out and pull them up a little bit and have a little peek out, and you've confirmed that there are corridors on other sides. So that is information you have for deliberation. You've also previously discovered 4 troll vat heads in the office of the guard sergeant.
Yep.
Which has now been split amongst the party members in order to be noted down.
Hooray!
That is where we resume.
My
So,
first loot.
in order to get a move on, what would you guys like to do as you discuss what the party does next?
I think we'd probably
Can I
want a
just do
couple
2
of these-
things before anybody
Yep.
starts? Okay. Channel Divinity Alvina and fuck you both get 20 hit points.
Oh, nice.
you.
Thank you.
And then I'm going to use my equip point, and everybody gets 20 temp hit points and a d8.
Nice.
Nice.
20.
So
That
everybody's
takes me above
back
100.
up to
Yeah,
as much
hero,
as they
hero
can.
die. That's what I've got it written down
Yeah,
as.
hero die.
Yeah.
Did we want
Thank
to
you.
grab a couple of these cinder plates armors?
I don't think we can carry them really.
I mean, I can put them.
I
in my
mean, if we're
backpack.
stealing the ship, they're going to be on the ship, so
Yeah.
we can leave them here, come back here later.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
Yes,
Right,
a quick investigation does reveal that while they do not count as magical armor, so they would not shrink down to your size for use, they do count as the rare material cinder plate, and can be used as a material and input source for any smithery checks using cinder plate.
Ooh.
So
So
yeah,
something for the future, but nothing to note just now.
Yeah, I'll at least then take a big chunk, like probably they're size large, right?
They are Sarge.
size
Yes, yes. They are size large. Probably too kind of wide to fit into a bag of holding gap. So you would have to carry them. But it might be worth noting of like you can put them in a box and carry the box. If you're going out the corridor, you probably wouldn't be able to drag them through the vents with you without seriously impinging your movement.
I've just thought, can
Can-
I just take a big chunk out of one? Like if I really put my back into it, can I just like wrench off a big shoulder pad? or
Can I
something?
do something before you start doing that?
Okay, before I start ripping pieces.
If you start, as I see you start to go into
like-
your looting session,
It's just like-
I
Right.
would say Alvina and Zormir stash the bodies in the office so that if anyone just looks in, then they're not seeing like dead bodies lying around the
Yeah.
place.
Good call. I'll get to that.
Because
Can we prop them up to
Darmir,
make like they're playing cards or something?
Darmir wants to start
Let's
issuing out orders now because I've
You've got,
got a
an
plan and it's sort of
Yeah.
Right.
And also, no, the incorporeal flame that is being held together by sheer force of the elemental's will is just currently a flaming pool of fire on the ground.
Can I
Okay.
manipulate that with my manipulate flame, pyromancy? Just to, like, pick them up and move them.
You seem to be able to like manipulate the wisps of flame coming off them, but the actual main bodies seem to not register as flame, but as some form of living fire.
Okay, I'm fine with that. I thought worth a try. Just
If
use
they're,
the two.
if they're living some sort of living fire, can I get sod off to eat them?
We've tried that.
wait.
You can, but it will take a long, large time, and there would be no mechanical benefit.
Fair
It's
enough.
not worth it.
It'd be the equivalent of getting your pet frog to eat a large creature.
Can sod off touch them and move them?
Ooh.
If Sawdoff wasn't a small flaming child and actually had any strength modifier, yes. Unfortunately, they are weak and puny.
Fair enough.
Worth a try again.
Right.
Let's go for
We,
some.
we need to start moving quickly. You pointing straight at Fate and this fucking assassin. Find any information in the heads. Find any information in the head for the layout of this damn ship so we know where we're going. Alvina, can you check out the vents so we know what we're working with? Because I don't know what's going to be in there and if it's going to be big enough for us to actually maneuver. We do have larger companions as well and quite a lot of us. So I need, and Lou!
They just got cracked
Colt!
as I walked over
Miss-
there. Lose
Brother! Brother Grim! Whatever the fuck they are, guard the
You are-
damn door! Make sure nothing comes in. If anything comes in, we can go Eldritch Blast them. Just don't kill each other.
Or us.
Definitely not us. And we will be having words, Lou, at some
try
point.
to keep it down.
Can you also...
Want the whole ship on alert immediately.
Wait, also, if you could extract enough information on the most important person here, who's probably
That guy.
flying this vessel, and
The captain.
fuck you, can you scry Well, do you have the ability to scry? Or does
I
anyone
can
here have the ability to scry?
I can scry.
Who?
I used to, but I
well-
feel like I forgot.
I could if I hadn't used all my big spells.
Also, isn't Scry is a person, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes,
scrying
but-
is for a person. If I know
You know who
them.
the fuck is gonna be there?
That's why I'm wanting Fate to try and dig the knowledge out of these unconscious bodies. That's why I had people knock them out rather than kill
Oh,
them.
I can't do that. I deal with the soul, not the mind. Yeah, you want
Okay,
someone
then-
from
Assassin,
Then
you tear out their
Radiant.
brains.
not the radiant empire. You know, I forgot, but you know the one. The squid boy.
Yes.
The Federation or something, I can't remember.
The no
Assassin, we will give you something good if you help us out with this.
You get all the
Worked on
memories
an
of fire
unconscious
people.
creature.
Yeah.
No, I actually don't know the answer to that one.
Detect thoughts. Let's find out.
Can unconscious creatures consent? I don't think.
You know,
so.
I don't think the creature. I don't. It doesn't say anything about the creature has to be conscious.
No.
It just wouldn't. I guess you can look at its dreams on its surface, though. That was
It's
more
still
just a
brain
DM
activity.
curiosity.
You can make wisdom saves while you're asleep.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Doesn't say anything about has to be conscious.
Emotional state, unconscious.
They could be having a nightmare.
More dreaming and more dreaming
Yeah.
invading.
All right. So what do we want to do first? Dive through the creature's minds.
I think that's a good bet.
As
Well,
Assassin wakes up and stretches, dripping water, you can see as the water hits onto the ground, there's a small sizzling that comes off, and smell kind of lingers in the air of a little bit of coal or volcanic ash.
Ooh, gotta get some chicken eggs out here.
As they grumble and barter with you, eventually you're able to come. You eventually are able to strike a deal as they start going through the minds of these creatures as they sleep. You hear them occasionally as they're squatting over one of the creatures, giggling to themselves in some nefarious plot that they never seem to elaborate on until eventually they come waddling back to the party with their gains having shifted through the minds of the creatures. So
Games?
what do you want to know? You get 3 questions.
Location of steering this ship.
To save us perhaps wasting some questions on information that I might be able to find, the manuscript and the records that I found last week in amongst the drawers. While Assassin is going through memories, can I go through drawers and this general sort of room and look for maps and like
Is there a very conveniently placed map?
yeah is
Not
there
in-
an
not in this
internal-
room.
Is there an
There
internal
is, just not in
server
this room.
network thing?
No, the primordials are very pen and paper.
Okay.
Unfortunately, all the information that you go through pretty much retains to an inventory of what's in the room, the bulk of which, other than the scourge troll heads that were hidden away, is just basic inventory from down below, irons and ingots and stone and various types of materials, mostly raw ingredients, as this Ironforge was a resource outpost.
Well, with my maxed out intelligence and my literal robot brain, can I think of where the most likely place that would be, so that we don't use one of the questions on that,
Where what would be?
like a filing room or where is
Well,
that kind of shit?
you
Whatever.
currently don't have a map of the ship and would be unable to even make a guess since you have nothing to
Oh.
go on.
It's the size of an island.
Okay.
As well. It could be fucking
Oh,
anywhere.
yeah.
It is a
Yeah,
small
okay.
town. You can
Okay.
make your basic human guesses of probably somewhere high up, somewhere low down, or somewhere in the center. But until you've seen a map of the ship, you'd be unable to make those calculations.
So nearest map would be good. If they don't know,
Do they just have a map in their brain?
did they have a map in their brain?
Yeah. Do they know the layout of the ship?
Okay,
And
so I'll
can
give
you
you this.
send that-
I'll give this one for a freebie because it's not really
Can
a
you send
question.
me a-
But
send
I'm
me
not.
the
I'm not going to like. I can like see it, but I'm not going to describe a whole paragraph to you.
Yeah. That's fair.
So, like you can use one of your questions on like where the nearest map is. I do have that, but that would be one of your 3 questions, pals. So, first question, please. Your meter is running.
I've said what my suggestion for the first question is. It's up to you guys what you want to do with them.
That's it. My idea for the first question was basically find out where you steer the ship from.
Is everyone happy with this?
I mean,
Yeah.
if,
Fine
if,
with
if,
me.
if we find
Where's
We
the
can
bridge?
we can get that from the map as well.
Yeah, you can find
Yeah.
the bridge from the map.
Also, we can
Can-
possibly
can we-
find the
can we
map,
use-
find the bridge from Alvina as
Yeah.
well, potentially.
Can we use one question to find the nearest map, go to the map, and then bank the 2 questions that are left? We
Look,
use it a
guys,
later
I really want to go back for a nap, but if you insist, I mean, I'm gonna charge you extra for this, but I guess I can waddle with you for like a little bit though. Then I'm going back for a nap because this place is really sticky and hot.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry, I'm sure Zome's got plenty on his tab already.
Mm-hmm.
All right, so you want to know where the nearest map is? Is that your first question?
Yes.
Oh, I have a second question after we've done that one, by the way.
All right,
Nice.
all right. Well, if you head out of those large doors over there, because you know these guys don't use the ventilation for transport, so I don't have directions based on the ventilation system. Surprise, surprise. Unfortunately, you didn't get me the maintenance guy. You just got me some like run-of-the-mill guards, and they just patrol the corridors. But if you go out the corridors and you walk about north for 10 minutes and take a left, there's a giant I don't know what you call that. It's not really a mural. It's kind of like engraved into the wall. It's like they've carved the wall into the map. But there's a large map of the ship there.
Picture.
Well, I guess that's not really cinematic, is it?
True.
I mean, fuck you. Still technically looks like one of these elementals, because
Bleeding.
yeah, because
Oh, are
it's
there
not-
any
it's not a
prisoners
concentration
aboard
spell.
that might? We could ask about if there's any prisoners aboard.
I was going to
That
ask,
might
is there anything that lives in the vents that's the cleaner? But
because
Hmm.
it's not a maintenance
I wonder
guy,
if
they probably won't
Would
know.
know. Yeah, we didn't. Yeah.
I was wondering if it was common knowledge of, oh yeah, this ship is cleaned by this monster that lives in the vents and eats everything.
Also on the map, it'd probably show if there's a brig or anything like that. And we could,
Yeah, there definitely will be.
and we could put, and we'd be able to just go look just to see if there's any prisoners. We don't.
Also, there'll be a kitchen.
Yeah.
No, you're not going to the bloody kitchen.
No, it's for future reference.
Yeah.
Maybe then who's the captain or
No, 'cause
where
it'd
they
be-
might be located?
The bridge, probably.
Because yeah, but I mean they might be off ship right now. I mean even knowing who the captain is, that'll give us something to go on for scry or whatnot.
And I won't be able to scry until.
We still don't
taking a
have
rest.
scry, is the
Yeah.
problem.
No spell slots. Not got enough time to recover anything.
Fuck you. Would be willing to.
I believe Ali has a big spell.
What?
I believe Ali has a big spell there.
Yeah,
Don't
but
think
Yeah, but you
Right.
don't know that, so don't try and use your people's resources that aren't here. Focus on your own resources.
I also don't think the point has scry either.
yeah, I don't think they've got any 5th level spells because they're multiclassed.
They're
Yeah,
pretty hefty.
because fuck you still looks like one of these elementals, just small. And he's got fairly decent stealth. He's willing to go try find this map, and I'm just trying to think if I've got anything that would be able to like copy an image of it. Because I don't think.
How's your memory?
Um,
And
I
how are
mean-
your drawing skills?
I mean, drawing skills might be
Pretty
okay.
keen mind. I have a pretty keen mind, but I'm not good with art supplies.
That's a point. Fade could record the map, couldn't they? And they can project it out.
Yeah,
Also, does literally
What?
anyone have cartographer's supplies?
Zormir does.
Dormir does, because
Mm-hmm.
or do you? Yeah, no, I don't
Yes.
have cards.
So we
I
just
do.
send the person
Who
with
can read maps and draw maps.
who can draw maps to the place to draw the map, and then we have the map. All we need is a vantage point on it.
It's not just about reading the map. It's understanding.
And I
The
understand
layout.
maps.
Yeah, but it's like reading a map in a different language. These guys are not only speak a different language than you, but they also might do maps differently. I mean, we won't know until we see the map. Sorry, I'm over.
That's not how maps
Yeah.
work either.
I mean, it's very hard to make maps differently than anything else.
Yeah, that is going to be the same shape. It might just have the different words, but I can read Infernal. So I can say what the places are.
By the way, you're translating for me because I'm still first.
Yeah.
Because what I'm
Yes.
thinking,
Yeah.
That's what I'm assuming.
because what I'm thinking is if I polymorph Fade into something small that I can carry, carry them to the map, have them like look over it for a few minutes, and then come back and unpolymorph you. You would still have the memory of that.
Yeah, but the thing is, my intelligence would probably drop to about 4. I can just turn myself invisible,
Well, do you have the key in mind, Fee?
but my intelligence would be about 4 if I were a polymorphed bug.
And it's the key in
I
mind.
wouldn't
You
be-
have perfect memory, regardless.
But I wouldn't be focusing on the map. I'd be like, "What's that light source
Well,
over there?" If I was,
Something
for
small with
instance.
fairly decent intelligence. There's be some.
Yeah,
It doesn't
James,
have to be like
now you're overthinking that.
Yeah.
Just look at the map and have your key might give you them.
Yeah.
Like, please, like you'd ever not just claim that in any other point.
I don't know.
You take a feat, man. You're allowed to have that one. If you want a perfect memory of looking at something and recalling it when you actually have intelligence later, I think that's very allowable.
Okay.
It's like you remember the picture. You don't know what it means as a
So it sounds like the party is temporarily splitting out and doing a little expedition out into the corridors with somebody who is particularly stealthy while polymorphing somebody who is not stealthy. Is that correct?
I think so.
Sounds good.
Sounds like it. Yeah.
Fade, are you willing to be polymorphed?
I wonder if I can be. We'll give it a shot.
You're not a
Well,
shapeshifter, are you?
You do not have anything mechanically that prevents you from being polymorphed, so let's go with yes.
Not as far as I'm aware.
Gonna hit guidance on
Um,
fuck you before he's.
Like, guys, I can keep like backstory secrets from you, but mechanically, I don't think the DM keeps anything from you.
It doesn't
I'm
work.
saying if you don't know, then it probably doesn't exist.
Yeah. So I would polymorph you into a lizard,
Classic.
and just have you sat on my shoulder, and then just go wandering the halls trying to find this thing. I've probably only got about half hour, 20 minutes left on my chain shape, or what do you call it?
Scout self?
Alter self.
Not all itself, disguise
Huh?
self. Yeah.
Disguise self.
Yeah. When you transform me, DM, for flavor, can I still be different bits of different lizards?
A bit of a gecko, a chameleon,
Yeah.
Bearded dragons. right?
bearded dragon.
But still, it has a robot eye, and it freaks you all the fuck out. It looks horrible.
Sure.
We assume fuck you did it on purpose.
Yeah, I assume fuck you did it on purpose.
And
Completely intentional.
the eye just constantly spins.
Yeah, it's
The
one of
tongue
those
is the wrong
chameleon.
shape.
It looks like
Yeah.
a googly eye that fuck you just stuck on a lizard.
100%.
Yes.
I allow this.
It's got half of a lizard frill.
As
Half
we
of a
throw
frilled
you
lizard
here.
frill. But still one leg that's on fire.
Give me both a intelligent survival check as you follow the orders of Assassin to find the directions you're going.
May I assist you?
No,
Yeah,
you're a
yeah,
lizard.
sorry. But I don't have proficiency in survival. Fuck. Never mind.
You'd also have the lizard stats as well.
Yeah.
Oh,
lizard.
balls. I'll look
I've
it
got
up.
like 1. Actually, you have
Um,
10 wisdom.
Yeah.
Use wisdom.
Right, I'll roll that as a history because I've
Yep, works for me.
Lizard. I've got a +0
So-
to hit with a bite.
13 survival.
It's a success. Yep, that's fine.
But I do have dark vision.
You don't go in the opposite direction. Congratulations.
Just
Yeah.
reverse scores. What are you doing
Sorry.
back already?
So my intelligence just dropped by 19.
Yep.
Yep.
Oh my god.
Yeah,
You've never been so happy.
Hey, even I can outthink a lizard. I can't outthink every animal on Polymorph. But lizards.
Most
I can't.
lizards.
And
Most
lizards,
lizards
I
can't.
I basically went from Albert Einstein to Joey Essex.
Wow.
Yeah.
As you are making your way up the corridors, you can see again these large, slightly off-color segments of the wall denoting doors into various rooms as you walk across the obsidian flame-speckled ground. You hear the sound of 2 conversing fire guards making their way towards you. At least you would if I could actually find the damn icon so I could throw it on the map. Here you
I
go.
understand them. What are they saying? If they're
You're a
talking in
You're a lizard. You don't have languages.
Who knows? You'll
Other
remember.
languages?
You'll remember later.
damn you.
As the 2 guards are patrolling their set path, Fukyu, I need you to give me a stealth check
Stealth check.
as they begin making their way around the corner, and you have but mere moments to get out of line of sight.
Making the way.
Dirty 20.
Hell yeah.
30-20. Would you like to describe to the party how it is you stealth in this corridor? Are you doing some form of camouflage? Are you ducking into one of the other rooms? What are you doing as these guards pass?
Standing next to the wall with a lampshade.
Take a lampshade.
Yep.
Oh, just as a fire lamp. I'm not gonna lie, I was
Lampshade
imagining the
technique.
Kronk stealth.
I 100% was also imagining that. And the guys just going past, fuck you, not able to understand as they go, what's up with that guy? Sure. And he's making that don't look at him. He's probably some a work
That's by
experience kid.
Some
Don't keep going.
strange decision of the dice. This works. The guards move on. You're able to continue up the path as you eventually get to this segment up here. Is there supposed to be something there? I'm supposed to. What bit? What?
What?
The shadow bit. No.
It's a thing.
It's
a
a
big
thing. I'm given secret instructions that I don't understand.
Oh, that's concerning. I have been told something, but I don't understand what.
If this is like the mural thing that Assassin essentially kind of described, Fucky's going to
Oh, right.
pick the lizard up off his shoulder and just point it at it and just like
Look at.
just like
The lizard licks its own eye,
kind of like
and then it
yeah.
turns its head all the way around to look at Fukyu and shrugs.
There. Fukyu, give me a perception check.
Perception.
Happy birthday, Bob.
This is not.
Me going from 20 to 1.
Yeah, not good.
Ooh.
You notice nothing as you continue on. The camera stays momentarily, though, as your shadow lingers on the wall before it begins following you anew. Fukyu is unaware if anything has transpired.
Okay.
As eventually you find the mural on the wall. Look, it's the map.
Chased
Oh
out
my
by
god, it's a
fucking
giant map.
Am.
Can I roll for
Where
whatever?
did that come from?
Yeah, roll perception to see if it occurs to you later on.
With your -1.
Yeah.
I have no stat that's -1.
I think
I
it'd
will roll-
be, I think it'd be quite funny if the lizard's the only one that notices.
I mean, I'll just roll my perception, and then -10 from it.
Oh,
So
wow,
a 15.
the lizard catches this strange moment, but the lizard is too unintelligent to realize what this means in the moment. Maybe it'll
The
occur to
lizard-
you later in the future.
The lizard blinks one eye and then the other, and then licks the other eye again, and then moves its head to one side.
Anyway, as Fokyu reaches up to the large wall and just kind of, I'm imagining holding out the lizard like a camcorder, just going, "Look at the wall! Look at the wall!"
No, it's literally arm straight, kind of like you're holding like a.
Just cupping it.
No, he like grab handing the lizard.
Oh, grab it.
Oh,
And
just
Cup
scruff your
lizard.
neck.
just like essentially just
fuck.
pointing it at the wall.
Alterra.
Cup the lizard.
And
As
so-
you stare at a large spherical object in the wall, or a large circle plate mural on the wall, and you can see what appears to be the outlines of several lava rivers flowing to a large spire in the center that gets cut off as it starts protruding from the wall. The wall only kind of coming out a couple of inches. It seems like it doesn't quite have the full vertical layout of the building itself, but you notice
Shooting
that
map
there
of
appears to be, yeah, it is a top-down map of the city. Or of the ship. The silver bits are large spherical semisphere circles dotted on the what appears to be the ring or the rim of the bowl ship itself, with these metal archways coming up midway into the tower, spiraling from the center before it gets cut off. They are kind of casting a shadow down on the small basin of like almost like a little valley underneath it that is surrounding the central tower. For note, the blue are trees and what appear to be blue tree-like figurines dotting the map. The gray is a series of buildings and little pathways between it, and the red is lava.
Okay. What about the
Over.
What's
white
the dark
square at the
blue?
bottom?
It appears to be some sort of intake, kind of
Exhaust
doorway
port?
or passageway into the interior of the ship. You're currently looking at the surface, which appears to be like a small land park,
Right,
actual
okay.
town off the ship, and you are currently on the sublayer beneath it in the kind of infrastructure underneath the small city ship.
Gotcha. So this is like literally the surface of the ship island.
Yep, because the ship is an island with an actual like town on top of it.
So thriller bark. Okay.
I was literally thinking Thriller Bark, but it flies.
Flying thriller bark. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. If fuck you touches it, like, would it go to an internal map?
It does not. It appears to be a static carving into the wall itself, rather than any sort of technology.
Okay.
No, unfortunately, no full super high-tech maps in Primordial World, apparently. Good to know.
Are there any other like maps-looking things on the walls, or is this the only one?
This is the only one. There are a couple small little raised cylinders dotting around the map that seems to have primordial sigils on it. Do you understand primordial? Then, unfortunately, for now, the small lizard is just going to have to intake the information and wait until it gets back to the party before it can return to its prior intelligence and understand what it saw before I mark the map with locations and names.
Fuck you's going to do a wisdom check to see if he would realise these things might be important.
Go give me a wisdom check.
Nat 1.
18, 30, 20, sorry.
Another,
20.
another dirty 20, yeah.
He thinks these things might be important, and
It
he
might
puts the
be
lizard
important.
right up close to the things.
Just rub it against it.
Yeah. rub the lizard on the map.
I lick the map.
That's fair.
I-
You do so.
Yeah.
I hunger for knowledge, the lizard says, in a very creepy way.
You can't talk, you're
Yeah.
polymorphless.
At least thinks it said that.
Yeah. After a couple minutes of looking at this thing, fuck you's going to start walking slightly hurriedly back because he's thinking his disguise self is going to probably drop fairly soon.
That's fair. You do so. Go ahead and give me another stealth check as you come across another patrol coming near you a couple minutes later on your way back.
That's better. 25.
Kronk stealth again.
Kronk stealth against the wall.
You have no trouble surpassing the obsidian corridors of this interior carved out asteroid. And eventually you find yourself back at the storage with the rest of your party, able to tell them of your adventures, and if you so choose, and do your polymorph.
Yep. I mean, I'm very tempted to just leave Fade as a lizard for a while.
Yep, I know.
It's very tempting.
Yeah.
I will fully lean into playing a lizard.
But fuck you understands that we need to.
I'm
This is
crunch.
important. This is
The
important.
information.
Yeah, we're in a bit of a time crunch, and yeah, he'll drop the polymorph.
Well, so that was 20 minutes, wasn't it? What the fuck have we done in the meantime?
Well, we're about to find out.
Yeah.
I'd say more, about 20 minutes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Well, what has the rest of the party been doing while all this has been going on?
Has
Using the art.
Yeah.
23s.
I've
Who's
been
our-
going through the
No,
boxes.
I'm inspecting the vent.
Yeah.
Use their armor to try and push their unconscious bodies into somewhere.
I'll also see if Mr. I'll tell Mr. Popular if he understands Infernal. Fuck knows if he does.
That's the point. Mr. Popular might be able to pick them up and move them.
I think he'll kill him.
If
You like
touch it.
teeth though.
Yeah, but that's the kind of the issue, isn't it? I give him one of the armors and tell him to wear it. Fuck knows if he understands Infernal. I assume he does because I just hand it him and walk away.
You know, I actually don't remember if I gave him Infernal. I think he might literally just understand Giant.
I think
I
Wow.
literally
I think
pick
he
it
did
up.
give me Infernal because Fade was talking to him in the prison.
Yeah, but I don't think he actually. He might not have understood him though.
No, they were talking to each other.
No, I was.
No,
I
he was talking to the
him
point, and the
in
point had
Giant.
tongues to talk
Yeah.
Giant.
Yeah, I was talking to him in Giant before I got cursed, and then I got cursed.
Yeah,
And yeah.
So yeah, he doesn't understand what the fuck I said, but I literally picked up a suit of plate mail, shoved it into his arms, and basically just shouted something at him, which sounded like roaring, and then walked away.
Put this.
learn my language or go to hell,
It's not my language. I just got it.
foreigner.
It's not your native language.
I just assumed he does speak it because he's a giant. Why wouldn't he?
Wow, what
I'll be
a
as stupid.
racist.
Yeah, I'll be as stupid.
Accidental racism is
Yeah.
still racism.
But yeah, she does that essentially. Does he do anything?
Better you to get back to work.
It is warm. There's no reason for him not to wear it.
Cool.
Oh, actually, I don't think he has armor proficiency.
I think he can wear it. He's just at disadvantage, I think, on a lot of things.
And his speed would be decreased by 10 feet.
Yeah.
Let me quickly check. Where's the NPCs? Because I did make him a stat block now. Did I actually give him any
Okay.
stats though?
What
Doo-doo-doo.
does he have a class?
Do fire giants natively
Uh,
get heavy armor?
No, I don't give
I mean,
NPCs or
dwarves
monsters
do.
classes. I just give them class features.
Did you know Hill? Is it Hill or Mountain? Well, one of the dwarves gets proficiency in heavy armor just off the bat.
Nope,
Did you
medium
know
armor.
that?
Medium armor.
Really?
Yep, mountain dwarves, medium armor.
Yeah.
I believe.
He does have a 20 strength, so he doesn't actually have a strength problem carry, and he is a fire giant as much as he, was a pacifist wanting to go travel student philosopher fire giant. He still got trained how to use armor, so he does have proficiency in it.
Yay! He's like,
Raven.
thank you. Just
So yeah, he takes it.
cultural armor.
He has
Yay.
no reason not to.
Huzzah.
But yeah, you want to look into the vents. Are you looking for anything specifically? What is it you're actually investigating in them?
Basically things like the size, how clean they look, like if they are perfectly flawlessly clean, or if there's some just bits and pieces around, or if they haven't been cleaned in a while. Just general stuff like that.
No,
Is
that's
it
fair.
all
All
size?
this information you kind of just get off of the bat. They are just under a medium size, so about 3 to 4 feet in diameter. They would be a squeeze for a medium or large creature. And we'll give you all the classic disadvantages and all that of squeezing through it. It would also restrict your movement because you would have to be crawling through it effectively. They are, from all intents and purposes, other than they all seem to have this kind of black scorched rock interior, but it does seem to have a kind of very smooth volcanic rock to it. So it does look like potentially something is keeping these clean, whether it's by acid or fire. You're not entirely sure. But do you have proficiency of nature?
I don't think I do, but I have survival. Would that be a decent one for countermand for it?
Not for this. This is more to do with the geological properties of what acid or fire do to rock to know if it's one or the other.
Probably not then.
So it could be they could use ooze cleaning systems. They could just flush it with lava. You're not entirely sure.
Yeah. I'm basically gonna go definitely bad. Not a good idea. It's what she's basically gauged from it. She can't figure out what it is, but it's not good. Vents are a bust. I basically walk back and tell Zome.
Okay, then we're in some major trouble unless we can figure out a way to blag the gods that we are supposed to be here. I mean, if we could have transformed someone into looking like the princess, then maybe we could have lagged that off. But
What does she look like?
I don't know. Fade's about the only one I know who interacted with them. I think we
I
might
might
have
ask
got
them when they get back, see if we have enough, like... Actually, wait a minute. She's gonna she's a princess of fire, right?
Yes.
So she's just gonna be on fire? Most likely, she'd be like a fire elemental, probably.
Hmm.
I try really hard to just cover my entire body in fire.
You find it incredibly draining on you. You can only do it for a second at most before just that sheer mass of having to push every one of your thermal energy and fire particles, I forgot the word, particle elements, to your surface to create the flame appearance. It's too much for you.
Oof. Well, it was worth a try.
Not even enough for marshmallow.
Well, you can do a marshmallow if you like and just like ignite my hand on fire for it. That's fine. It's all of it that's the hard part.
Oh, and
Whilst
we've got a minute, Gwenta, thank you again for actually being quite a
for being
helpful,
awesome.
being incredibly
Thumbs up.
good and quick action, and thank you for the shielding, and you've done very well. I'm glad you're here. You're a very dependable person.
You're still my best chance to get away.
That's fair.
But if you just disappear again, I may
And-
just leave without you.
Understandable, but I
Can't
don't
wait for that.
intend to not fulfill my promise.
Then I will keep you up and alive as much as I can.
And you do an incredible job of it.
I think
And I
you're
love
gonna
them
have
case
to-
the button just so they could press it. It was bloody genius.
Yes.
It was either that or just open the door and let Alvina charge him. One of the two.
Yeah.
I
So
think
you guys
Get
are
the
having,
button
you
for
guys are
them,
having
like,
that
and
discussion.
now what you gonna do?
Would anyone else like to do anything before Fukyu and the Professor and Fade arrive? Lou, would you like to do anything?
Yeah, Lou's gonna tell his followers to go to Gwen and apologize to him.
Without
Oh yeah,
point.
can we bring the remaining cultists that are unconscious too as well?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I
Thank
can
you.
spare the dying, you'll be fine.
Yeah. He's like, wake up!
Aggressive spare dyings.
Yeah.
They say
I
to
got that too.
Gwen that they're very sorry about hurting them, and that they were just overwhelmed at being so close to getting out of this place.
And the
So
point.
And the point for
Yeah.
scrapping Merida, who honestly, the point might be more angry than Gwent.
That is probably true.
Yeah.
I would give it a minute before the apology. Let them finish what they're doing. Because if you interrupt, they're more likely to end up getting even more hurt. You know?
Keep an eye on the door while they're apologizing, don't worry.
No, I'm meaning, as an artificer, I know what he's going through and how.
Oh, for the point, I thought you meant to Gwent.
Yeah. Well, yes. The point is what I'm meaning is they'll be a bit.
They're gonna stab someone soon, so give them a minute.
Almon, let them
After
finish their process first before you even attempt to even speak to them, or you will get hurt even more.
this party go through their dialogues and they make their reparations and apologies. Assassin returns with their lizard and well, Fukyu, sorry, Fukyu returns with their lizard and Fukyu, take it away.
Yep. So he's gonna walk in, and essentially just throw the lizard into the middle of the room, and whilst midair, he's gonna drop Polymorph, and Faye just like either drops or
Goes splat.
continues flying.
I'm not gonna lie, I was fully expecting you to just throw him with force, so you just deal damage to the lizard.
I was
He's
thinking
got one hit
To
point,
bring
right?
him
Yeah.
out the polymorph.
Bam!
Yeah.
I actually have 21 hit points. I've got 20 temps.
I think Polymorph goes first, actually. I don't know that one.
Yeah, your temp doesn't
Well,
carry
we'll
through
find
into
out.
Polymorph, I don't think.
Well, who knew?
Do you really want to?
Actually, I was like, that's a weird one, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is a weird one. Attempt hit points before polymorph.
Yeah, so yeah, he's just throwing you in the middle there and dropping it and just letting you fall.
Chris,
Yes.
how does, because I want to see your descriptive powers at work. How does it feel mentally to go from the most like non-intelligent, happy-go-lucky, just a lizard doing lizard shit, to the weight of the world is upon me?
So you're
and
going from the scale of
Have you been to a
the
doctor's?
Eds. You're going from the
Yeah.
scale of the Eds. You're going from the happy-go-lucky Eddie to the slightly smarter Eddie to the brilliance of Eddie.
Oh, I was about to say, have you ever
Buddy.
been dehydrated? Because I think that's pretty much what it is.
I was going to say, has anyone read Flowers for Algernon?
No.
No.
Because there was,
I might have actually.
yeah, there's
I've heard
name
there's-
sounds.
yeah.
yeah, there's a really dumb guy who gets a serum that essentially makes him intelligent, and I think it shortens his lifespan immensely, but I can't remember the exact details of that part of the thing. But he goes from this dumb happy guy to the most narcissistic. Oh, I'm more intelligent than you, so I'm better than you. How does it feel to go from one extreme to the other, Chris? Like, does my brain melt?
Called
Like,
whiplash.
do I feel mental whiplash?
As your form reverts back, you would believe that it would be like a sort of whiplash, but it's actually quite incremental. The magic has safeguards built into it from the original wizard who devised the spell. After all, when they used it and they didn't have it, let's just say spells that adventurers use are written on the torment of others. So the spell that
Trial and error.
Fuku learned to use, while a little maybe outdated and archaic to some of the more modern spells taught in the highest ranks academies, still has the basic level of safeguards into it, particularly incremental increasement of stats. And you find yourself not with whiplash, but with a very slow waking up almost, as if you came from a dream in which the world was not necessarily bright, but a calm dimness, a shadow across the world, almost in a haze, like you'd drunken a couple beers, and everything was kind of lighter. Everything was less sharp, less harsh, less bright. Everything was a buzz, a blur. And as you sober up, as your mind begins to sharpen, as suddenly it almost feels like cold water begins racing through your brain, as everything begins to connect together, you begin to start to see patterns and connections that weren't previously there. The world does become slightly heavier, slightly more aching on your shoulders and your mind. But what doesn't get taught about is intelligence isn't just a nihilistic grayness. It's also the ability to connect, the ability to see, the ability to view the world as it truly is. Suddenly, the picture becomes less blurry. You've clicked the 420 into 1080 HP quality, as everything just becomes that little sharper, and your brain processes things that little bit quicker. It's daunting. It's a task and a challenge. And yes, looking ahead, you can see the abyss and the mountain that you have to climb. But not only do you see the mountain, you now suddenly realize that you are also equipped with every piece of gear you could ever need. Your intelligence is a burden, but also a tool set. You feel both overwhelmed yet invigorated.
You also have severe stomachache from all the bugs you ate on the way.
Went from bugs to ugh.
It is a
Yeah,
double-edged
bugs.
blade,
Yeah,
but one
that's cool.
you quite enjoy using.
So it feels like I've suddenly gone from being slightly tipsy to putting my head in an ice cold bucket of water as I wake up.
You literally get like full on hangover cure essentially.
And all the memories that I saw as a lizard come rushing back, and they all fire off from my eye. So and y'all can't make sense of them. They're one after the other, just a cascade of images upon images. Can I attempt to locate first of all the one? I mean, I leave it up to you. I've said they all cascade out, so I don't know if they would end with me being thrown into the room as a lizard, and then I would just shut down for a second, or if I would be able to stop or redo and get back to the thing that I saw in the shadow.
Yeah, I was wondering about the shadow.
Unfortunately, give me a wisdom check.
Wisdom check as fade. Not intelligence.
Nope, wisdom check.
Okay.
You no longer have 8 wisdom.
Yeah. Not that much better though. It wouldn't be perception or
Nope, just wisdom check.
just
What's
wisdom. Okay. +3. Watch out.
Holy shit! Magma cannon.
A 9. 6 + 3.
Most normal people, the slight delay in a shadow would be chalked up to an inconsequential piece of information when you're trying to, on a time-sensitive mission, steal a royal ship. But to Fade, it becomes your sole obsession for some reason. As you fail to wisely put your priorities into order.
That tracks.
And instead of focusing on all this new ship information you have, the fact that you're pretty reasonably sure you know exactly where to go to steal this ship, you don't know how to get there, but you at least know a general direction. And also, you now seem to have a worrying kind of dread in your stomach that this ship might be capable of quite a lot of destruction. Was that magma cannons? Was there?
Yeah, I literally saw 3 magma cannons. Like, okay.
You also
I'm more concerned. Why does it have a nervous system? That's
Honestly,
more
that could-
concerning to
So
me.
Who knows?
To me, that genuinely could be one. Either it's a giant living thing, or Jerry could just be the name of the control
The
room.
control center.
Jerry
Or
should
rather-
just be that.
Is it a giant flying turtle?
Who knows?
No, it's shooting lava.
Yeah, could be a
It's a-
giant
could be a
flying
fire
Yeah,
lobster.
it's a fire-breathing turtle.
It's a
Well,
fire.
it's
King Koopa.
It's
So-
Bowser again. The bastard. He's back.
He's back.
He's
So
back
instead of, Faye prioritizing the mission of steal this massive ship that would be an invaluable contribution to the rebellion and actually allow them to increasingly do additional missions off-world and start setting up more far-reaching outposts for the rebellion, having such an undescribable amount of benefit to the rebellion. Instead of focusing on that and prioritizing stealing this ship, you remember just a 2-second delay in a shadow,
2 seconds. Oh, God.
and yeah, you just suddenly your mind just keeps replaying that over and over again, and in your projection, you just see Fukyu walking away from a wall, and there's still a shadow there. And to the rest of the people watching this, it just looks like you're like lagging on a video. But Faye, do you know otherwise? You know that there's a foreboding as you watch this image again and again that you think something might have been following Fukyu. You think there might have been something lurking. You get the image of a presence.
The ship is haunted.
I walk.
It's that moment.
Assassin, why did you send your squid with them?
Of course.
Yum, 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 yum.
I
Oh.
just.
Little sign on the water glass saying "Wake me up when you're ready for your other 2 questions."
I walk up to stand next to
Squid,
you.
get back here.
Just
Wherever you are, you little shit.
Stab the shadow and see what happens.
Nothing happens. You stab the floor.
Yep. His brain's broken. Show us the map.
The map. I
Alvinus,
His brain's
test-
going to
test
mush now.
Solved.
I'll be honest. I expected to Fate to actually make that wisdom save, and I'd go on a rant about how you have bigger priorities right now. But it was equally funny to me that you failed.
Yeah.
if it were a wisdom save, I would have added +6 to it.
No, wisdom check. You didn't get your priorities in order, Fade.
Yeah.
The dice have decided.
This is about right.
Oh, the map, but the shadow.
Don't, I stabbed it. It's dead. It's fine. Play the map.
Huh?
You can play me and my bloody shadow at some other point. We need to know where we're going. Quick.
I don't remember.
I just like walk over and tap the side of your head. Is this broken?
Do not
I-
make me go and get the squid to pull it out your bloody head.
Don't
I've-
touch me.
I play the map.
I'm sorry, but we're on a bit of a time crunch, and I don't want us all dying bloody up here. As much as you should be the
try
one
and
who
locate-
understands the most, having died and come back, I would think you would be the one in the most urgent need of get the fuck on with it.
Mission cloak. I like that.
Fine. As you command, Captain.
I'm
And I
not
try and locate
commanding,
the
I'm
map.
just trying to
try-
keep you on point.
I don't say anything else. I try and get the map. My eyes close, and I try and access the memory.
You do, and you project out the map that you now see, now hovering with translated iconography in common.
Okay, we're
Those
in
some
bloody trouble.
Big guns.
We're in some bloody
Are they
big.
guns?
How we
It's
go
just
to
magma
bloody...
cannon. The cannon's a gun, so I assume it's a gun.
Cannon's a big gun.
How the hell are we going to steal this bloody thing?
It looks like a pizza.
This is.
What's a pizza?
It does look like
Oh, that's what I mean. You thought. It's very pizzery. I've
I mean,
cooked
my.
for you before.
Have you?
Yeah. There's like the disc with the pastry and the chilies on it.
Ah, I know that.
Yeah.
But this is the scale of the damn place.
I mean, it was pretty big when we saw it
Yeah.
from outside.
Yes.
This is the map.
Oh.
Cool.
Oh.
So, nervous system control, I'm assuming, is the bridge, right?
Yes, and also going to be the most heavily guarded.
Of course it is. It's the bridge.
Consider it's our Sauron.
Is there a creature that Fade knows of that could be this big? Like big enough to have a nervous system, to have be able to be hollowed out?
Oh yeah, probably the carcass of an asteroid spider that you previously fought.
Mm.
Just a bigger one.
There's no limit to the size they can grow up to.
Huh.
So we've potentially got a bunch of extra ships wait to be grown.
We have our own spiders.
We have them
It does take
Does-
quite a long time
Yeah,
I know, I
to
know.
get these things that grown, but
it's a
Is there a-
long-term project. Don't worry, guys.
Is there a reproductive? Is there a reproductive system? Like
I
escape
don't
pods.
want to
we can
know
use them.
currently, honestly.
No.
If there are, they're not labelled on the map.
Mm.
It is where we currently are.
Oh dear.
So, is there
So
a?
make the way up Thermal Park.
I guess maybe we'll be maybe we'll find some bubble cars.
No, I'm
My
sure-
dyslexia keeps reading it as theme park. I'm sorry. My
Yeah.
dyslexia is playing havoc with
fuck-
the yellow
fuck-
writing.
Fuck you.
Is there-
We'll say.
Is there a
that they're
Segway storage?
What? Segway
A
storage.
Is there a Segway storage?
Probably not. Fuck you. Will say
Oh.
though that there were at least 2 patrols out in the corridors.
Okay. So you went going for about how long were you gone?
About 20-ish minutes.
So probably about every 10 then.
Seemed to be. There's one
Okay.
on the way there, one on the way back. So yeah, maybe.
That makes sense. So we might have somewhat of a schedule at least for it, which might help us get past them. How long?
How long has it been, Fade?
Yeah.
James.
Oh, they did.
Hello? What?
Oh, there you go. How long has it been?
How
since
long
you
ago
last
was the last
saw-
one?
That you last saw the guards on patrol?
How do I know? I was a lizard.
Because you've got perfect memory.
you do
I-
it per memory. It's every 10 minutes.
I don't know. Yeah, every 10
Oh,
minutes.
since the last one, 3 minutes.
3 minutes.
Three.
So we've got
So
about...
in 7 minutes they'll come back again.
Yeah.
Here's a thought. Are minutes in this world the same as minutes in your world?
Yes.
Oh, that's lazy
Yeah.
writing.
It's just the one that I go for, get it. It's like, it's enough of an equivalent to that. This is breaking it down to you to understand it. It doesn't matter if it's the same.
Look, again, power fantasy gaming experience, not gritty realism.
If we were doing great realism, we wouldn't even make it this far.
We'd be,
Be
long
dead.
Not like 7
long
years
dead.
for an Earth hour.
You're doing gritty realism. You guys already take way too long to plan things.
Yeah.
We're on our 40th characters, but let's get out the door and let's get going if we've got 8 minutes.
45th character.
7.
Chop. Chop.
Yeah, pretty much.
Would you like to Would you like to travel via the corridors or attempt to travel up the vents? And would you like to attempt to travel underground as much as possible, or do you take any stairs when you find them up to the surface?
Ooh. That's a good question,
Um,
actually.
Oh,
Feel underground might be a good idea.
No, actually, I
And while you
like...
consider that, I'm actually going to go get some more water. So
Yeah.
just a quick 5 seconds there while you discuss.
Yeah, sure.
We're also going to take a quick 5-second break for everyone else who
Overground,
wants
I
to go
would
do
say.
stuff.
Yeah.
I'd like overground because that gives us more options, and I can
More
use
likely
commune
to
with
be
nature
seen.
if we need to.
I would say less.
Additional information from what you previously saw before I head.
Yeah.
The ship has a tail effectively, which is what that spire in the center reaches up to, with 3 centric rings above it that are little platforms. They weren't relevant to the map because it gets cut off.
Okay.
But that just something to be aware of is that central nervous system control is the spire in the center. That is the tail effectively that goes from the base as you see it all the way up to kind of with the 3 rings like hovering around it. They seem to be part of the engine that steers or like propels the ship.
Gotcha. I've got a mental picture. I think I know what you based these on, but I can't remember the name. So I get you.
I literally just base them on asteroids.
Oh, because there's actually a never mind. There's actually a thing which is like a big tower thing, which is
Yeah,
floating.
send some pictures into group chat because I haven't
I've
actually
got to
seen
see if
these.
I've got to see if I can remember what it's from. I've got a mental picture, so I know it's from something, but I can't remember what.
Yeah, I've got a feeling that the corridors are probably going to be patrolled more than the surface.
That's my
And-
thought. And also, if it's surface, there might be what's
Or
it
people.
called? No, there might be like because it's a town, right?
Mhm.
So that means there are roofs, which people probably don't spend all their time on roofs.
And
So we can
it's-
maybe stay out the streets and go from rooftop to rooftop to rooftop.
Yeah, and it's probably less likely there's going to be like towers or cameras or anything on the
Or it's
surface.
But if it's a town, there will be infinitely more people.
Yeah,
Infinitely
but
more
random
people.
bystanders are better than guards. Guards
Yeah.
will be suspicious. Bystanders
But-
are more likely to just go, not my problem.
But bystanders may raise an alarm.
There's
Four
no
guards.
odds on this. There's no odds on
Yeah.
this.
Maybe we don't know.
But here's the thing:
you're
they
overthinking.
might raise the alarm.
If we
Guards will
can,
definitely raise the alarm.
but here's the difference. There might be guys. If I'm thinking Assassin's Creed, like there might be guards on the street doing patrols, guards on the rooftops, guards doing, like in towers looking down. They might have air support, whereas in the corridors, at least we know. Actually, you know what? We might not know. It might just be this section of the ship that just does every 10 minutes.
Mhm.
So it might change. I'm talking myself in circles here.
Yep.
You really are. There's also, I would put Assassin's Creed expects people to be traveling on rooftops.
Yeah.
That isn't a normal thing. They don't just have guard A. Where's your post? That roof of like Jeff's house.
Yeah.
That's not normal.
in like
That's
actual
assuming-
like ancient Italy or wherever, ancient Rome. There probably wasn't normally that many guards posted on rooftops.
Yeah, there'd be guards in the streets.
Mhm.
You know,
In
where
ancient
they can-
Rome, no, but in ancient Rome, no, but in Renaissance Italy, yes, because they were opposing army.
No, the watchtowers maybe, but there wouldn't be that many of them.
Yeah, the watchtowers are a thing we can also spot from a good distance away on account of having a mile-long field of view.
Yeah.
And back.
That's another thing. On the surface, Alvina can look much further than like
Down
locked
the
in
stuff
by a
little
corridor.
corridors.
Yeah.
Yeah.
True, and I can fly
Yeah, we've got a lot more
to give you
options if we're up
air
top.
support.
Mhm.
Yeah, I just feel like there are going to be fewer guards in the corridor underground.
Almost certainly be fewer.
Yeah.
They'll be more likely to come at us when we don't expect them or be in more inconvenient locations.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd rather take a lot of guards that aren't that worried compared to
Uh.
a couple of guards that are on high alert.
Okay.
We'll see what the surface is like.
Yeah.
I'm not necessarily saying we'll definitely charge through the surface because it's the only way.
Yeah, I think the surface is the best bet.
No,
we can
let's take a look, and then if
Yeah.
you look shit, we go down.
if we see like a fire dragon and 80 guards looking at the exit, we won't do it.
It might be a complete militaristic outpost up top, and we might just say, no, the corridors is the way.
The
Yeah.
staircase might open up into a lava pool. We don't know where it's going.
The stairs are lava.
Floor is lava, never mind the stairs.
Stairs more impressive.
Yeah.
But I think, yes, we are going to the surface at a staircase, at least having a look.
Yeah, it's fine. It was just a suggestion.
All right. Who is leading the party and who is making me a survival check?
I believe Gwent's our survival one, aren't you?
Yeah,
Gwent's
few
probably a
Gwent's
coward.
Alvina's
survival.
got okay, but I think Gwent's is better.
I've only got +5.
Oh, I also have +5.
Oh,
I've got-
one of
Well, I
these
don't
two
have
then.
proficiency either.
I have proficiency.
I've
Well,
got half proficiency.
You can borrow
Alvina is,
proficiency, though,
Is
Grant.
I think Albina is the leader in
I
this
hit
case.
myself. I hit myself with guidance, so then I'll do it.
Well, I'll be assisting, so I can give you advantage if that's okay. Chris?
Okay.
Yes.
So
You
19.
also have advantage from the use of the map.
Ah, double advantage.
Yeah, so it's 19.
I,
And then a
can I
19.
keep the? Do I keep the map projected?
You can bring it up whenever it's necessary.
Oh my god! I'm a heads-up display.
Yeah.
Yes!
Yeah, pretty much.
Hooray! Yes!
Plus, I can tell them which way the map
Accessibility.
runs as well with
You
being
can read
cartographer.
it. You can read it.
Yeah, with the combined skills of the party, you gain
Abilities.
abilities.
Okay, is a 19 good?
Ooh, yes. I'm just adjusting the next map here. Cool. As you make your way through the initial part of the underground corridors, hustling your bustle to make sure that you avoid the next patrol coming your way, making it through the corridor. A couple of minutes into your journey, you find what appears to be an access point up to the surface, large stone steps leading upwards. And Alvina, as you are leading the party through, things begin to click into place as you begin to easily navigate the twisting corridors. It's almost like going through a cave system. In fact, a lot of the same natural signs that you'd look for when exploring a valley or a cave system or a forest begin to apply in navigating the structure. It almost seems as if you are just navigating through a land. It's more organic than obviously the wooden ship that you've used to traveling in, and even some of the larger astral stations that you have visited in the past were always of a constructed nature. But here, it's like they've literally just taken a chunk out of the ground, dug caves through it, and have mobilized it. You are, for all intents and purposes, traveling in nature right now.
It actually feels closer to being at home in Fantasia, where they just like sang trees into buildings. Basically.
Yep, pretty much. And you feel incredibly home and comfortable in this ship. And any abilities or checks that you have relating to a nature environment does seem to apply here.
Hell yeah. I like that.
As eventually you break off, managing to avoid any guards or the remaining patrols before you get up to the surface. You break out into almost coming out of a cave system, and you kind of let your nose lead you as you can smell fresh air that almost seems to have almost. You're not even quite sure how to describe it to the rest of your party, but almost like blueberries or a sense of blue in the air.
Okay.
As if you're smelling Gatorade out in the air for some reason.
I smell energy
Reaching the
drink.
swamplands.
Yeah, Garade's the blue one, right? Is there a blue one?
Yeah, I believe it is. Yeah.
Yeah, you got blue Gatorade, yeah.
Blue Garade. As you let your nose lead you, you easily find the staircase and lead up to it. And you can see light pouring down from the top of the staircase as the party breaks off, and you can feel a very subtle and soft wind kind of pushing against your cheeks as you come out into what appears to, for all intents and purposes, to be a large verdant gardens, a large park of just massive expanses. You can see the air above you. What day was this? We actually had a weather check. 1 second. You are actually technically up on the surface now. I need to go see what the weather is.
Yeah, you did do a weather
Well,
check.
I did
think
do
it was
it.
bright.
It's light clouds.
Oh, okay.
As you arrive, and you, for all intents and purposes, appear to be on a large surface in the mountainsides. It's almost like you've come out into a clearing in the mountain, and you can see the light pinkish blue sky with soft clouds kind of floating in close by. You can see they're much closer and larger than you would when you were previously traveling. You can feel the cold mountain air crisp against your form as you look out into an expanse of what looks to be a large encircled park, effectively stretching for, I believe it's just over a mile to the horizon. A short way off, about half a mile, you can see the large metallic structure bridges arcing from the cannons on a rimmed wall that rises about 500 feet off the ground. As you appear to be in almost a bowl enclosing. And you can see kind of just subtle hills rising and dipping with small fumes of red rising from little pools of lava that are flowing in and out of these massive streams pouring in from the walls, seeming to come from the pores of the lower walls, and are all streaming into this large reddish, not aluminium, goddamn, what's the metallic,
Adamantine.
this reddish hued adamantine spire rising up from the center. To the right, you can see the hints of these green plume leaves rising in a forest, and you can just kind of catch sight of the stoneworked buildings off to the left.
Is this grass on the floor here with all the trees?
It is. The grass appears to be a light blue.
Hmm.
And are those trees that are also blue?
Yeah.
Yes.
He just turns to the part and goes, the scenery reminds me of a kind of music.
And I'm assuming that is a lake of lava.
It is, yes.
Cool.
Everything seems to have been color shifted in this land of lava lakes and blue trees.
I like this place.
Does Fade still have Pass Without Trace prepared?
That's a good question.
Oh, and Albina, give me a perception check as you look around for actual like threats.
You got it.
I can cast that, yes.
Cool, we might need that at some point.
I have very
23.
few spell slots. No, I'm not a full caster.
I guess as an additional note, you can see the large red-hued adamantine rings that are hovering about 1,000 feet up and then 500 onwards on the spire. The spire reaching up to about 2,500 feet above the crater of the body. As you're looking around what effectively looks like a nature reserve, only color shifted, you notice that there are small signs of movement, small and medium distance away from you. But as you're kind of looking around, you catch sight with your impeccable vision. You notice that there are no signs of guards up here. In fact, you don't see a single military threat to you up here. What you do spot, though, are red-hued and orange-colored creatures dotting the landscape. Occasionally, a small fire rabbit jumping around the grass to the distance, popping out of the trees, a small fire deer.
Hell yes.
There are creatures here and there. Even in the lakes, you see what appears to be a black obsidian swan just casually swimming in the lava.
They look like living creatures. Maybe not the swan, but like they don't look like elementals. They look like a living creature that's a bit changed, right?
Yes, they look like primordial creature. Look like just elemental infused creatures, similar to what you'd find on Genii.
Yeah, gotcha.
For those who don't know, Genii is the elemental infused realm with where the Genasi come from, and Alterra at least.
My brain's going straight to like Pokemon, by the way, for everyone.
Yep, it looks like you are in a Pokemon reserve park.
Hell yeah, I've been watching Pokemon all day. I've been watching Pokemon streams all day.
Just far off in the distance, you see just a herd of what look to be large fire-maned, almost look like nightmares, but large fire-maned horses just frolicking through the fields.
Hell yes. I want
Scores of wildebeest running across the plain.
fire.
With huge tracts of land.
Okay.
I take
like
out my
this place a
Pokedex.
lot. I like this place a lot.
Okay, what? What?
Do the animals? Are there any animals nearby to us? And do they seem skittish at all?
Oh no.
Yes, there's a couple rabbits that if you approach seem to like quickly run out of the way if you don't approach carefully without the successful animal handling check.
Yeah. I will try to approach one carefully. Just to see.
Give me an animal handling check.
May I handle some animals also?
If you are proficiency of animal handling check, yes.
I might do. I feel like I might.
Ooh, damn.
I got a rabbit.
I do not. I only have a +2.
Apparently, the animals here just love Alvina. Alvina, you don't even need to try to get close to them. You just jauntily run up to them, and they just leap at you.
I catch it.
Oh my god!
Alvina's a Disney princess, guys.
Fuck's sake! And I'm a
Zormir,
hunch-looking
Zormir, give me a
throne.
wisdom saving throw.
Me?
No, Zormir, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
Yeah.
As you look around and start catching sight of all these animals,
Ooh.
Zormir, this entire ship is filled with animals that seem to love Alvina.
Oh, no.
No, it's your worst nightmare.
This is
I
actually
was.
a nature reserve park. There are literal herds running across the fields.
I was gonna say, is this
I
a
heard it
nature
right.
You
reserve?
didn't even
Running
need to make me
out.
roll this. I was already fucking there on that. Oh,
Well, now it's mechanically
no.
backed up.
no, 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 no. Fucking no, Alvina.
Well,
Focus, for fuck's sake.
I am focusing.
She is full.
Yeah, focus on the wrong damn thing right now. I'm going to. Oh no, we're in the wrong place. The wrong place. Can we go back downstairs? This is not going to go well.
Zormir, Doctor Zormir. Hey.
Yes.
Hey.
Can
not
you distract
keeping-
her from?
No. Look that herd of wildebeest is turning towards us. Oh wait,
No.
that herd. No, they're
Let's go to
coming right at
stampede.
us. Okay.
No. He's...
Look, it's okay. It's not like you're keeping this ship, right? Also, how do we steal a wildlife reserve?
Don't fucking
I
tempt
think-
her.
I think they might realize when it's gone.
And please help me. I don't know what to do.
Oh, no,
Venus
no,
has been
sorry.
given a whole place of animals. Fade, I appreciate your help as well. Anyone help me stop this from happening?
Slap you in the face. Get a grip, man. Come on, get a grip. Slap.
Yeah,
Hey,
go roll the.
Medicine check.
full airplane, get a grip, and then I pass it off to Gwen. Here, you take over.
I'm frantically looking at anyone to help me stop Alvina from claiming this whole fucking park as her.
She's already claimed it, but
I
we're
also-
stealing the whole ship, remember?
Mhm.
So.
No. I also slap Zormir and then pass him along to Lou.
Oh no, there's all the cultists!
One big slap. One big slap.
Yeah, fuck you will go over to Avina and just be like, Avina, you don't have to take them right now. If we steal the ship,
know.
we'll have all of them all the time.
I know, that's the plan. I'm just gonna pet him now.
Okay.
Might
So-
come in handy later.
Just like, Zombie, she's good.
Yes.
She's good for the minute. Let's go.
Right. And she steps up after petting all like the. I'm actually literally surrounded by like just deer and rabbits and birds, like just classic, very much Disney princess like Snow White.
Can there
Yeah,
be
and
one?
now you've got to
Can
break
there be
him in
one
a song.
skunk?
She just
And
gives
there's
all of
the-
them pets and literally just like goes back into business mode and is just going to like start scouting ahead as she normally does.
There's one skunk with a broken leg that limps up to you just as you step up and move away, and it looks up at you with forlorn eyes because it didn't get a pet in time. Oh,
It gets a head pat.
oh. So tempted to polymorph back into that lizard for scritches. Oh,
All right. So as you begin moving forward on the map, let's just go ahead and what? No, I made it. A little
Stretch.
Too stretchy. Alvina scouting ahead. Would anyone like to scout ahead with Alvina?
Oh, more than welcome.
Who wants to be brave enough?
fuck you,
my
be all of them.
perception, my perception's really high, so I'm gonna go on ahead as well.
I've got good perception, but right now he's just fucking on panic mode.
Just take a breath. You
Zolmir is so paranoid about Alvina finding something that's just interesting enough to. By the way, I'll need to make sure that works. Yep, there we go.
Me?
That's my new added title to the list.
Yeah, but you're a red dragon, angry as Disney princess.
And that was
Princess.
intentional.
Ah,
That was,
okay.
that was intentional.
Yeah,
you
we
got,
can't.
You got to do
Can't go
Disney,
copyright.
DIZEE.
Disney.
No, that Disney.
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 As Alvina and Fade are scouting ahead, you both catch sight of a bubbling coming from this nearest lake. You've probably taken about 10-minute walk through so far. Let's go ahead and advance the mission clock to 30 minutes.
Mhm.
Can I make a button for that now too?
Oh yeah, that's why I wanted to stay down below. It would have been quicker.
Oh, it wouldn't. It's actually much quicker
Yeah.
to traverse over land, especially because mostly you can just do a direct path there.
That's
Oh,
what I thought.
cool. Cool.
We'd have to follow the rules of corridors.
Yeah.
Yeah, the corridors are a maze, and there's no guarantee you'd actually make it in the corridors.
Corridors are my favorite terrain, though.
Especially if they all look the same, you might just like walk down the same corridor 3
We're
times.
gonna get lost.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no way to get lost above ground because you can literally see the giant ass tower in the horizon you're walking towards.
Walk
This
to
is
the
why you
center.
don't listen to worms.
But more importantly, Alvina and Fade, you spot a bubbling in the lava lake next to you, as you can see a small, or actually 2 beady eyes about the size of a soccer ball pop out of the lava and watch you. Would you like to do anything as these 2 beady eyes are watching you?
It's a magma
Was
crab.
each eye the size of a like football?
Correct. Yes. Size of football on like a little stalk.
That was my next one. Was it like stalks or are we talking crocodile, basically?
Stalk.
Stalks, okay.
Would I recognize the creature?
Do you have proficiency with nature?
No. But I have a +5.
Then no, this is too rare a specimen to be done without proficiency.
Yeah. I'm assuming I can't. Can I with
Do you
survival-
have proficiency in nature?
No, I was gonna go, do I know anything that might be similar to what the eyes look like? Like not get the exact creature, but try and gauge something similar.
Given your
That's all I know.
background, I would say it's more possible than Fade, so go ahead and give me a check, because you've actually seen a wider range of creatures.
What? I hunted them for a living.
No, you hunted monsters for a living.
Yeah, I'll be
Oh, so this
in
isn't-
Fantasia.
It's not a monster. That's all I need to know.
No, it is a beast.
Would this be
Okay,
survival?
that's fair.
Just give me a flat intelligence check.
Okay, I can roll nature then.
Yeah, just give me a nature check.
11. That's not too bad actually, Robin.
Okay. You at least can kind of narrow it down. It looks like some sort of crustacean.
Crustacean.
Yeah, it looks like the eyes of that
Okay. Some kind of crab.
It's
crab,
Mr.
lobster,
Krabs.
something to that like.
Yeah.
I've heard of lava crabs.
Yeah, we should not go near that.
Why not?
Crabs eat nearly anything.
As you
You-
say this, they
You
seem
two
to be
have so
watching you
much
with great
in common
intent.
then.
As the eyes pop out just a little bit further, and seem to wade a little bit closer to shore.
Oh
Is
come
there
on!
ever
It's your
anything-
Bigger.
it's your spirit animal. You said it eats
Animal.
almost anything.
It seems to be moving towards you. What would you like to do? You're
I
currently
will-
standing on the path chatting.
I will smartly walk directly behind Fade and this way and take a wide berth from the giant lava crab.
Quincy. Oh,
What would you like to do?
By the way, I'm assuming that crab isn't real, by the way.
No.
Cool. I just thought
There's
I'm
no
being
crabs in the
pinched
trees.
and maneuvered by crabs. That's too on brand. Yeah, I indicate to everyone else, like, move, as I'm walking off the path.
I just want petted too.
Fade, would you also like to move away, or are you still standing there?
It's a giant crab.
And it is starting to rise out of the water onto the shore. You can see half its body is no longer submerged. It appears to be a huge creature.
Ah, I fly off.
That's why Fade's not so bothered. He's not so fussed. He just like, I'll fly away from the
Oh,
damn.
As the second crab begins to emerge from the lava shore, they begin to pincer the road. Does the rest of the party follow suit and follow Alvina's divergent path? It will add time onto your journey as you try to give
Guys.
this lava lake a large berth.
No,
Probably like
I'm
5-10
gonna
minutes.
fly. I would like to, if I may, try and distract the crabs. Because I
Right.
can fly. Yeah, because I can fly and I'm immune to fire. I'm gonna try and stay out of their way and try and just fly low over the lava, and just sort of make myself look more appetizing. I will
Can I
prestidigitate myself to make myself smell like crab bait.
Can I also
So the
forewarn
Rotting
you
flesh, pretty much.
and I also forewarn you that it's not just going to be fire damage. Those things are big claws that can usually.
What?
They were
They have
flying away.
claws?
They were flying
Yeah.
out of range.
well, depends.
So
Well, I'm fine.
only
I'm
when the
fine.
crabs jump are they gonna get cooked.
Yeah, how close are you getting to them? They seem to ignore you if you're anything more than 20 feet above them.
The common jumping lava crab.
Yep.
I'm gonna fly down so that I'm directly in their line of sight, and then cast. Like I'm assuming they're immune to fire, so firebolt.
They were
At them.
literally living in lava.
Yeah, so I'm gonna cast firebolt at them to be a bit of an annoyance. So, like, if they don't take the bait of prestidigitation, I'm an amazing smelling bit of bait. Come after me, and instead go after the party. I'm instead gonna go, hey, pay attention. Hey, I'm annoying. Come after me. Hey.
You stop pelting them with oranges.
Give me
Yeah,
animal
basically.
handling checks.
Animal handling.
Yeah.
Not intimidation.
No, they don't seem to have enough sentience to understand what you're doing.
It's a crab.
I will guidance myself.
It has an intelligence of 1.
Yep. On account of being a crab.
It logged me out. What did I roll?
13.
13. Yeah, 13's enough to annoy a crab. Okay.
Before.
Thankfully,
You
they have-
managed to catch their attention. Luckily for you, they do not have any grappling hook propelling claws
Oh, I was-
or the ability to jump more than a reasonable distance,
Guys, go on the main path. I'll catch up.
as
Hey.
they are just regular lava crabs.
Yeah.
Hey, lava crab, come on. Hey.
After
I
a solid like 5 minutes of them like just kind of clipping at the air trying to get to you while like waddling around, they eventually get bored and retreat back into the lava.
Oh, I was gonna, before they retreat back into lava, fly over the lava lake, pop up a detect magic, fly into the lava, and see if they manage to hook any other adventurers at like, or they had been fed adventurers in the past that might have had magic items.
What, and risk that there might be more crabs in there waiting for you in the dark, hidden?
I'm also,
They don't
I'm
have
also
to
wondering
jump.
if there's anything
Are you
worse
sure?
than
Are
the
you sure
crabs
you
in
want
there.
to go on this? Like, I'll let you go on the suicidal mission if you want, but
It's not. Look, it's not suicidal.
If the
Crabs
DM, if the
cannot-
Lava
DM
lake
says
is
it's
full of-
suicidal, it's
Crabs
suicidal.
cannot swim. Crabs cannot
Yes, they
swim.
can.
Yeah, they can.
They're not ghosts.
They can swim.
What do ghosts
They
have to do
walk.
with swimming?
they also have a
They walk
30-foot
along
swim
the bottom.
speed.
Yeah, but see, crabs can swim. They just can.
I'm just saying, like, I'll roll this attack with advantage as this crab stealthily tries to hit you if you'd like.
Also, if the DM says it's going to be suicidal, it's probably going to be suicidal.
Alright. If he's saying that, then there's probably nothing.
Hey,
to
George.
note down there.
Does a 28 hit?
28 would hit.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's a good thing you're not going down there, right?
Mm.
Because they also grapple on hit
Yeah, I thought they would because the crab with
because
claws.
they crabs.
Yeah.
So
Alright.
as Fade, the intelligent character, decides not to fly down into the obscuring lava pit, we have no
And then-
idea what foul
then
things might be
alternate-
in there.
In an alternate universe,
He
in another
dies.
alt sphere,
He gets eaten by giant lava crabs.
yeah.
So that's a hilarious crab just helicoptering through that
Yeah.
I assume water.
Yeah, it's great, isn't it?
Oh, it is a good one. Yeah, that's pretty much. I know they have like a little deployable like.
But yes,
that meant
you
we didn't-
you successfully navigate and avoid an ambush by the lava crabs pincer maneuver.
If you'll pardon the pun.
The pin's been made like 5 times.
And also, did we didn't add any more time since I was a
Yeah,
disruption?
we cut back closer to the road when Fabe was pissing them off.
Yes, you successfully managed to shave off the extra time. Maybe an extra minute just to, not be next to it, but not anything significant.
Cool.
So, as you begin making the rest of your way through here, that appears to be the only large obstacle was potential pincer maneuver by crabs. You begin making your way towards the large tower. Now, the tower appears to have doorways at the base of it as you begin to get closer. Again, interesting, no guards anywhere. In fact, you don't really see a lot of anyone near. It's surprisingly sparse.
There's no one. That's
No one other than animals.
Maybe the animals ate all the guards.
As you come close to the spire, you notice there are entryways into the spire at the base, but also where the large arcing metal archways from the turret enter the spire about. They come from the wall, which is about 500, so they kind of dip a little bit. So they're about 300 to 400 feet up the wall. They also seem to reach into a balcony around the spire, as there looks to be other entrances on above the spire that you could potentially reach into as well. There also appears to be balconies up above every 500 from the top, where there aren't any like bridges or anything, but presumably it looks like there's small balconies up the spire for entities to enter from the rings hovering above if you really want to go high. But the main two decisions are: do you want to enter the tower through the base, or do you want to reach up to enter it via the archways that enter it midway?
I don't like what it currently is like at the base. They seem a little too comfortable. So I think there'll be something, like an alarm at least, on the base door.
Mhm.
So I think if we're going at this, at just the next level up, which is what, 300 feet you said?
Let's go 350. It was a 300 to 400.
400-ish.
Really good, just
It's nil for now.
That's my thought.
How do we get up there?
I can fly.
There's a few options. We've got some people that can fly. We've got how many polymorphs you got left in that stick? Fuck you.
I've still got five in the wand, and I've got one, or at least one, in my own personal spell slots.
Because I've gotten one thought. If you make me...
Bloody lizards.
No, I was thinking make me just into a quet so I can carry everybody up. Because I'd look fiery, I imagine.
Maybe not.
Have you seen a fiery quetz? I'm sure that was just
When I turned into the T-Rex previously, it showed some indication it was still me. On account of that's how polymorph works.
I mean, polymorph doesn't usually work like that. That's more wild shape.
Oh, polymorph does. It's the it's got the what's it called? It has like some indication of it.
Oh yeah, you still know who your allies and enemies are when you're polymorphed.
Yeah.
Like you still act effectively like a loyal pet.
Yeah, there's no like. It's because you can't specifically change it to look exactly like this.
Also, are there any kind of like dinosaur-looking creatures in the nature reserve?
I was genuinely thinking, shit, is this Jurassic Park? Are we about to get eaten?
No. As you look around, there only appears to be the most dangerous looking thing is the giant crab.
It's very dangerous.
I would say the most dangerous animal is Alvina.
I was about to say, you're going to say Alvina.
Yeah.
But yeah, it would either be something like that, or something that can climb that's big.
Giant ape.
Yeah, that was one of my thought ones.
No,
Well,
I think
but I will say, a giant ape climbing a spire, carrying a bunch of people, kind of too. I've seen that before somewhere.
Yeah. That's why I'm thinking more your Quetzal idea, because
Also, we might not get a grip on an adamantine tower as a giant
Yeah.
thing.
And plus, we could probably fly there a lot faster than we can.
Fast.
Yeah.
Quests are fast.
Can I
I,
look around for any possible way to climb up? Like, is it smooth rock all the way up, or like if I just fly?
It is smooth metal all the way up. It is made of a red infused adamantine.
I'm imagining
Do you-
looking like Orthanc, kind of like there is no handhold because it's built not to have handholds.
Do you
Wait.
have any magnets?
I've,
Is adamantine magnetic? Question.
It's not usually red, it's usually green, as anyone who's played RuneScape knows.
That depends. If you play
It's
Terraria, it's
also
red.
iconically pink in Forgotten Realms.
It's red in I think. Basically, adamantine, weird looking metal. It doesn't
It's
have
a
a
weird fucking looking metal. Yeah.
so
Is it an
you're
alloy?
saying,
Is it a
Yeah, and
rock?
it's black. So
Mm.
so you're saying
Alright.
you don't see any guards at all,
none or people.
or people, just
Yeah,
animals.
which is that's the bit. I can imagine not seeing guards. They're seeing nothing other than the
Entirely
adorable
on the
pets.
structure as well above.
Oh,
I was
can
gonna
I-
say,
Can I ping up my heads up display map? Are there any alternate entrances or doors that are not alarmed?
And this,
how would the map have an alarm?
The map does not say that, and the two that I've already recommended.
and
There-
also
there are
this,
two passageways.
I
this
can
belongs
I can-
to the princess.
Yeah.
I can
I
fly
don't
up
feel
with
like
someone.
this is her own personal park.
I imagine this is her private garden. Yes.
I can fly up with someone. We can go in through the upper area balcony and then fly down and open the door.
This is why it's not guarded.
Yeah.
Doesn't expect anyone to be in it.
Oh, all her personal guards are down on the in the thing. There was
Oh,
yeah.
all of them.
Yeah, well, she had 4, and
Not all of them.
she-
You killed at least 4 of them.
You killed at least 4 of them, and there might be
And
one
so
that
at
was
least
sent
4
back.
patrolling.
And there might
Her-
be one that was sent back.
her personal guards.
I imagine the royal guards are her personal guard.
Didn't she
more
have
than 4.
3? Didn't she have 3 of them?
She had 4
And-
and the big. She had 4 and the big guy, didn't she?
Yeah,
Yes,
so the big
she
guy is
just-
back on the
she-
ship.
She dismissed the captain because she had me.
The captain will be on here most likely in where we're going.
Of course he will be.
Oh, what was? Oh, did she say his name, or did she just say captain? I genuinely can't remember.
I don't remember.
I watched the stream back for that, and I was like, oh, I'll make note of that. Fuck.
No, I believe she only referred to him as captain.
Mm.
So yeah, I don't know, but yeah, I think the turn me into a quetz, I'll fly us up.
Mhm.
It's not the most inconspicuous thing, but setting off the alarm's gonna be more obvious. I think.
Why
It's a
do we
big
think the
tower.
door's alarmed?
This is too convenient.
Because it's too easy.
This is too convenient. No, Alvina is genuinely thinking that as well. It's too convenient.
Plus, if we can fly, we can literally fly over everything and literally go as the crow flies to the central tower.
I agree we should go further up, but I don't know
next to
why
the
you
tower.
think it's being alarmed. I
It
Well,
don't
not
see them
nothing.
using a lot of technology in the
It doesn't
Yeah.
have the technology.
instructions.
Would it be alarmed just to stop the animals coming in? Like the animals come in, beep beep. They know the animal's in.
Pretty much. There'll be some. I think that if there's going to be security, it's going to be at least on the bottom level.
Or then let's fly up.
That's my thought. At least go one level up if we think it's fairly safe. But
Yeah,
seems a little off on the base level at least.
I agree with going further up because we want to get up the structure as fast as we can.
And that.
As the nervous system controls is most likely at the very tippy top.
It'll be in the top up
If they
somewhere. I
put
doubt
it
it's
down at the
behind
bottom, I
that.
don't understand where
I-
they're going with this, and that's just bloody stupid. You can't
It's
see
not
where you're going.
It could
I'm
be in
bored
the
with this. I fly in and open the door for you guys. I'm gonna try. I'm just gonna begin flying away from you guys.
Okay.
Because I'm about to
'Cause
pull
you
him
argue.
off Alvina into a giant dinosaur bird.
Yep,
Hurry up! Come on, fly! It's
So,
so fun.
I know.
giant
It's
birds.
the last thing you hear before she turns into a Quetzalcoatlus.
Yep. Critical.
That's terrifying.
She is very fiery looking.
I want to study this creature.
Not Alvina, though. Wait, I can't understand you. You've taken away a translator for Fade. Oh, God damn it.
Alvina is the Quetzalcoatlus. Shrugs.
We can't
on a-
translate Alvina either. Ugh.
Hilariously,
Let's go.
Hilariously, the person who can speak with animals in the party is also Alvina. I could have took. Oh fuck it! I should have done that earlier. Too late. I could have asked the freaking animals for directions and things. I have speak with animals.
This entire time, yeah, it's fine, Wolfie. This entire time, I could have cast tongues on myself so y'all could understood me, and I've just not.
No, don't waste spells on
That's why
things like that.
mine's a freebie. So.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
fuck you is essentially gonna sit on your head.
I'm fine with this. I'm
Oh,
massive.
of course.
Oh, God.
Question, Chris. Does my belt of giant strength work while polymorphed?
Oh no, all items merge into your form.
Yeah.
So
'Cause I know you can't
strength
use
is
weapons
15.
and things, but I wasn't sure about like passive items. So yeah, I'm still strong enough. I'm pretty sure to carry the entire party. So
I mean, you're a huge creature. Strength of 15.
strength 15.
Yeah.
You can carry the party up, you just can't carry the NPCs.
You can make 2 trips up to the balcony.
And also,
Yeah.
yeah, I can do that.
Make 2 trips because
Yeah, just to be safer. I think I might be able to, but be cutting it close, probably.
20 cultists.
Yeah, what, like 110 pounds each, probably.
I mean, we don't have to bring them.
We do.
Well, we could just let them die.
There we go.
Alrighty. So, you're flying up to the second story, effectively.
Basically,
Yeah.
the first like
Yep.
balcony. We're just getting
Yes,
up there. Is there enough space for you to even land, or is this like a little balcony?
No, it's a decent, like 10-foot deep balcony.
Otherwise, this is going to be a very interesting exit.
As you get up to the balconies, you find similar doorways kind of spaced interventionally throughout the spire that seems to lead into the interior. And you're able to kind of drop people up there. There doesn't look to be any guards up here. Similar, like, although actually I'm half tempted to do a fate roll to see if anyone's having a smoke. 1 second. Let's see if anyone's unlucky.
That's fair.
Let's see. Be unlucky for you guys technically. So low roll.
Come on.
Nope, perfectly clear. Not a single person up there. All
They don't
it
smoke.
goes in your direction. They don't smoke.
I mean, no,
I
but-
really wanted to just float up in front of one and just Assassin's Creed them off the edge.
So did I, but nat 20.
Yeah, not
Oh,
Hey,
Yeah.
none of these fire elementals smoke.
All the traffic lights just go green for you guys as you're flying up.
Did they
Does
anyone
the
feel
reflection
like-
as he would find it racist?
Someone actually left his wallet on the balcony.
does anyone feel like this is too easy? I say to no one who can understand me.
So, who is peeking through the door to see into the interior? Who is giving me a stealth check?
Gwent will.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're the most stealthy and the most.
Gwen, as you lead the way and push open one of the large stone doors to peer inside, you find yourself staring into what appears to almost be a large cavern-like construct, or at least the spire appears to be hollow.
Makes sense. That would be really weird if it was not hollow, actually.
After let me slightly adjust that. After you walk down a decent like 60-foot depth corridor, then you come out into the cavern because I feel like these walls are gonna be a little thick.
That makes sense. And time wall.
Yeah. So after you open the doorway, it leads into a small tunnel with a slight curve to it, such that you have to go to the end of the tunnel before you can blast things inside. The DM very quickly adjusts the battlefield to make so you can't fucking shoot from the outside.
Yeah.
You find yourself staring into a large cavern-like construct, or a large cylindrical tower interior of a very dimly lit environment. Do you have dark vision?
No, you
Ooh,
don't.
I
You're the one person who
Don't
doesn't.
know.
then everything is a flicker of shadow. It's not entirely pitch black in here. There appears to be a light source deep below, but it's got that deep, dim red hue of if you're entering into a building with a fire source at the bottom and no other natural source of light, but that is also being obscured as there appears to be a large landmass in the center of the tower, a good 300 feet down. Or maybe not quite 300. It kind of leaps up. Also, these are only supposed to be 30. No, because I know where I want you guys to be, and it's actually like, let's say 60 feet above. No, let's go 100. Let's go 100 feet above. So 100 feet down beneath you, there appears to be a spider web of land masses that are blocking the light source up, casting a shadow and obscuring the light into the rest of the tower.
I think we chose the correct decision to go up a level.
What do you see?
You can make out what appears to be small dots of flame about 100 feet down, around a large central blue glass dome that is currently obscured, that appears to have a small gap around it where light is emanating from it, casting a red hue on the glass. Without dark vision, I'm not quite going to show you the map just yet.
Would I be able to surmise that the blue dome would be the control?
It does appear to like you're in some form of central chamber. Potentially the blue dome might be some sort of control node. You're not entirely sure. It's really hard to make out with your limited vision in this red, dimly lit cavern. It occurs to you that you need some sort of either dark vision or light source to be able to actually see everything clearly.
I'm gonna point towards where I saw Gwent and use message, and basically ask it, is everything okay down there? What can you see?
I'd say what Chris said.
Stop.
Oh shit!
Some sort of
blue
dim
dome,
red
light.
cavern. There's definitely like I can see flickers of flame dots about 100 feet down. There's a red glow emanating around everything.
But there's nobody near me. I can see that.
Is there enough space for the Quetzalcoatlus to fit down the corridor? Because if they don't change
No,
it,
I'm gonna ask for fuck you.
What's the
No,
size?
no.
I'm gonna say it's a 10-foot corridor.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's a huge.
It's
piece.
skinny huge, but it's like a giraffe, basically.
Yeah.
If it's category huge, then you can squeeze down it. You just have disadvantage on things.
I'm gonna start squeezing down it. If no,
I'm gonna say send fuck you down here, not the bird.
Fuck you, go help Gwent, because
Yeah, fuck you.
I'll-
That goes down.
I'll message you in a minute or two to see.
Your thumbs
Also,
up in
did
the
you
dark.
guys want to go left or right? There's doorways on the left or right where the thingy's in. Arbitrary decision, left or right, guys.
Left.
Right.
Left.
Right's my favorite.
I'd say left.
It's just where to start you on the map.
Right, it's
Yeah.
wrong.
Left.
Quick, make
Oh,
a
apparently
poll.
everyone wants to go left. Okay, well, it's a
When we
group
die,
decision.
it's your fault.
So I'll have you guys enter in on the left.
can go right.
Fukyu, go ahead and give me a stealth check.
Stuff check. Still with a lampshade when he said.
Naturally.
17.
It's
Oh,
pretty low
check
roll for you,
the
actually.
Does that
Massive.
actually give you advantage on stealth or something?
No,
no, it's just a lampshade.
it's just a
Well-
bit.
And do you have dark vision?
Yes.
Then you're able to make out more details other than the graininess. And it's mostly just because you're 100 feet up for Gwen. Once you're down on the ground, you'll be able to make out everything, or like when it's pointed out to you. But for the sake of scouting, it's a little bit difficult. But anyway, yes, luckily for you, their passive perception is 16.
Ooh.
And let me just go ahead and grab some character things to throw on here. Gwent and Fukyu, and I'll grab the rest later.
It's a fucking magma drop or something in here.
Well, that would be
As
smart.
you're able to see in, you guys are up on the silver railing that is 100 feet above everything else on the map. the central chamber.
Hey, it's the captain. It's Captain Rag.
In addition, you spot 2 fire guards patrolling the silver metal walkway above the cavern. On the same level you guys are, but further down to the right. No,
They
this is
heading away from us or towards us?
away from you right now. They're currently stationary.
Ah, see with your right hand door.
How far away from us are they? You say 100 foot.
Whatever the distance on the map is, which is 110 and 155.
265 total.
And I should actually put the
I'm
distance.
assuming this guy is the captain, yeah?
Yeah.
Yes.
The uniform.
He is standing next to the what appears to be some sort of control paneling, some sort of like God, what do you call a
Console.
A console? Thank you. He appears to be next to the console that is connected into this large blue dome sphere in the center of the room. There's currently a gap around it. It's currently hovering over a gap in the center of the obsidian floor, with red light from below flashing up through it, or emanating up through it as just a static light. But it appears to be doing a soft spin rotation, almost like some sort of wheel, or some sort of like spinning orb.
I meant to ask actually, is he actually equipped with a hammer?
Yes, I gave him
Is
a
it-
mace.
Yeah. Oh, it's a mace. Okay. It's not a warhammer. It's a mace.
Um,
I was going to ask if it's a warhammer or a maul, essentially.
it is a maul actually.
Okay.
Okay. I mean, I was going to try charm them, but I need to be safer.
That's a bit danger close, I think.
Yeah. Plus, I think they were immune to the charm as well because I tried that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they were. You're right, because they're royal. The royal guard ones are.
Yeah.
And he's a bigger version, so he definitely. Wonderful distance relative. Okay.
To remind us, between the silver and the red.
Silver's like a gantry, you said, right?
Yeah.
It is a walkway railing that is over the entire cavern.
Cool.
So essentially, like your stage railing above it.
It's gantry, pretty much, yeah. I think a gantry's that.
Yeah, the only long range.
I don't think I actually know what country it is.
I think it's like a
Yeah.
like the metal walkways that you get in like games and behind stage.
Then yes, it's exactly that.
Cool.
Yeah. The only long range spell that I've got is Storm Sphere. So
It'd
try-
do damage, but it wouldn't. Alright.
No.
We don't know if they're resistant to lightning. They might be, because there is radiant, so lightning's the other one that'd probably click, right?
Does the spinning orb kind of resemble maybe a power source or an engine of some kind?
It's hard to tell 100 feet away from it. It's obscured spinning glass, and the momentum makes it really hard to see if there's anything inside it. So you're not sure if there's like energy inside it, or a person, or mechanics. You need to get close to it to make that determination.
Okay, cool.
I will say, Alvina, if you bring in Alvina, she has pinpoint vision for 100 feet, as in she can pick up fine detail.
Yeah, but you're still a giant bird.
You can turn me back if
Or
you want.
for note, the area under the obsidian walkways and the small island in the center is just a red glowing darkness that extends beyond your dark vision. You have no idea how far down this hollow pit seems to go.
I'm assuming Death Star reactor kind of
Yeah.
thing is my mental image.
Can I
That
just
is
check?
the
Are there railings?
Not
is it
on
just a
the
flat
walkways, no.
walkway?
However, there the dotted around gray rings appear to be cranes, 3 of which are engaged with chains lowering into the darkness below.
I'm gonna pull my DOS lute out and just strum a couple strings, and fuck, he's gonna turn invisible.
You do so.
and then he's gonna like just start making his way along the gantry.
Oh, I turned back as well.
Yeah, because it's concentration.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
So Fukio is going deeper into enemy territory.
Yep.
It's fair enough. Gwent, what are you doing? Are you letting the party know what you've discovered from, I assume, Fukio's detail a little bit more of to what they can see with their dark vision?
Yeah, Zormir said he'd call back in a second, so when he does, I'll just explain what's going on, how many people, and
Fuck you. Just
fuck
fucked
yous
off.
went invisible with a smile that I found deeply upsetting.
Yeah. Well, as soon as Alvina turned basically back,
Yeah.
she would start going down the corridor. She'd be like, he just stopped concentrating on polymorph. I'm gonna go and check if anything's wrong.
Let me message first and see what the hell's going on, rather than you barrel in. And that's the
You're
triggering
barreling
point
in.
for the.
I wasn't planning on barreling in, but
Let's just gonna put you guys over here for the sake of grabbing minis.
it's easier. Yeah, I get that.
Get rid of
Okay.
Q and Gwent. Also, James, can you see the maps? Since I don't think you're in Roll20.
No.
Sorry, I'll go send you the maps in a second.
This is a very cool map. I really like this one.
That way you're actually
I'm trying to log into actual Roll20 instead of having it on my phone, but it's fucking updates and updates and updates. Ah, well. You know what they say.
You can see what the lovely garden looks like.
It's a very pretty guy.
Look at those trees. I'm so happy with how those trees came out.
They look really
Yeah,
good.
the trees
Yeah.
are really good. Yeah. Yeah. So
These are the best.
fuck you's looking. I can't remember why I wanted to get closer.
You want to see what was inside the orb.
Ah, yes, I wanted to get a better look at the orb to see if it looked like a kind of engine or energy source or anything like that.
Are you doing anything to lower yourself closer to it, or are you just trying to use the extra like 50 feet closer you've gotten to hopefully be enough?
Yeah, just the closer, just to see if.
Okay. The DC is going to be a little bit higher since you're still quite a distance away, but go ahead and give me a perception check.
We need to get you a telescope or something.
Oh, yeah. Do you have a telescope or anything? Because I would lower the DC.
I don't think we ever needed one because Alvina's eyes. She is the telescope for the party on the ship.
17.
You can make out hues of red inside of it, and given the consoles have various buttons around, and you can actually, you should probably have the. I don't know why he's at the console. He just has all his guards do stuff. So I'm going to put the guards at the console, and he can like stand at the console.
He's overseeing.
Yeah, he's not doing the actual work. He's overseeing. He appears to be saying something in primordials to the two guards that are like thingy in the console. It's also interesting to note too that it's the guards that seem to be controlling the engine. There doesn't look to be any technical staff in here, or at least if they are, the technical staff are also trained guards.
Which honestly would kind of actually make sense.
For like a military vessel.
Yeah, if this is a proper like royal warship, I could imagine it being guards, or at least the same type of thing.
But it looks like it's definitely something, and you kind of feel almost like a subtle pulse of heat coming from beneath, deep into the dark red void in this massive cavern. It seems to almost be like increasing in heat.
Sort of like it's building up something.
Yeah.
Okay.
Keep the engine running, it might be.
Yeah, fuck you's then gonna like crawl back along the gantry, back to Gwent, and be like, and just whisper from the darkness and just be like, Gwent.
These guys on the move. Okay. What's the rest of the party doing? I'm assuming some of you guys will have started like coming down the corridor and be approaching Gwen. It's a short like 60-foot corridor. It's not particularly long to traverse.
I think I can see Gwen just straight up. She just sneaks up, and Alvina will definitely just be in there.
Yeah. So Fucky's gonna say, I think that's the engine. Well, at least it controls everything. It's getting really warm over there.
From where we are, do we feel a temperature change?
Not particularly, no.
Okay.
Kind of feels like they're either stoking the engine or turning it up or something along that lines. It might be
maybe the princess should be back soon. Maybe. And they're just readying the engines. Maybe it takes like a while for it to charge up.
That or they're gonna fire the cannon.
What at? No, that's not our problem right now.
Yep.
It's also, I'm gonna advance the clock a little bit just from the rest of your journey to it, the getting ready to go up and the like stealth. So I'm gonna put up 50 minutes. Extra 20 makes about sense to get the rest of the distance.
Yeah.
Do we have any idea of how to either make these guys work for us or get rid of them?
We tried getting them to work for us, but already they don't seem interested.
Okay.
No, especially not with the captain there.
Yeah, that captain's gonna be. Nice hammer though.
So should we try get rid of them all and then try to figure out how to fly this thing?
Yeah, actually, Alvina's going to get a little bit forward so she's within 100 feet of that the nearest like guard who's at a console, by the way, if she can.
Let's see, they're 100 feet down. So mechanically, by physics, at the diagonal, you wouldn't be able to. But screw that. So if you get at least perpendicular to them.
Alvina's basically wants to see what he's doing with the hands on the console, like if he's using a bit of fire to like work it or not, or if it's
What's
like
that?
actual buttons and things. That's basically all she wants to check.
That's smart.
You would have to go up onto the across obviously the gang railing, and there's also a guard coming down this one to the north here.
I'd wait. I guess I'd wait for him to pass. Yeah.
They do look to be taking their sweet ass time, just strolling, stopping, looking over. They don't appear to be doing any serious patrol. They're kind of just pondering down these gang walkways. But imagine the rest of the party is now starting to spill out into the area other than like the NPCs. So I'll get rid of.
Would I be able to get a view from about like here if the other guards go? Because the guards are going the other direction, right?
I'll say yes, but it's going to be a tricky stealth check.
It's either tricky stealth check or definitely get spotted, really, isn't it? And we've not got. We're on the clock. So. And I have a dice for it.
Who can hit the captain from a distance?
Not very well. And I've not got my gravity.
With a spell? Yeah.
With anything.
With
Plus 13.
anything. I'm thinking surprise attack, and then we just go from there.
I think if anyone, it'd probably be Lou.
Yeah, probably.
Loon is 20 colors.
Doing his army. Yeah.
Silly question. Is there an actual way down from the gangway that I missed, or?
Oh, yes, I was going to describe. It's mostly because I was going to describe this when you were on the ground trying to get up to the gangway. These large blocks aren't technically the like entrances. They are not stairs. They are ladders down. So each of these rectangular gray blocks on the top left, right, and bottom right are ladders. No, so the ones that you guys are technically on, because I'm also duplicating them as gangways or as like the platforms. So yes, just 5 feet to your left, there is a ladder down.
Okay, Alvina's gonna go. I'm gonna see what he's doing, because if it's working with pyromancy, I might be able to fly this thing. If it's not, we're gonna have to figure it out on the fly. So
Rest of us should start doing stuff then.
Give me help. Wish me luck. And Alvina's basically going to try and go for this route because she thinks it's a little bit safer.
And
Guidance.
get bardic inspiration.
Cool.
Glad she's still got the D6 heroic.
Is it only D6? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm
Hey,
gonna
yeah,
start
that,
making
that
my way.
makes sense
that's
why
a
I have.
6.
That makes sense why I have 2 different hero dice on my sheet.
I'm gonna start making my way down the ladder.
But yeah,
All right, fair. You do so.
see, I've got obviously Mal Vision, and I am within 100 barely for
Fine.
the Eagle's Vision's perfect, even more
Now,
perfect vision.
I'm going to use the big guy's passive,
That is fun.
as he has the higher passive perception, and also because you are technically going out into like what he might be able to catch out of the corner of eye from movement.
Yeah.
And you know, I quite like the idea of just you being spotted on the gang walk if you are stealthy enough. So go ahead and give me that stealth check against his passive.
That is fair. I'm assuming this isn't rocky terrain, so I can't get the advantage.
Um,
Gangway.
eh,
I've got a gargoyle cloak, basically. That's why. So, would that count?
I think because the background's all wall. I'm gonna allow it just because the gangway is the only thing that's metal in here other than the console. Everything else is like even the interior, they've like paved over the metal with a rocky surface
Ah, gotcha.
just to make it look like a cave inside. Their aesthetic appears to be inside volcano.
I like that. Okay. 21, and just in case,
Mhm.
I'm gonna use the hero die. Actually, what's the hero?
Use the guidance first.
Okay, guidance first. 25. I'm happy with 20. I was like, he might have 21. If anyone's gonna have 21, it's that guy.
So you're happy with to go on a 25?
I'm happy with a 25.
Okay.
If he sees me on that, well, fuck.
As you make your way, kind of half crouching, half running along the gang walk in the classic sneaky from area to area.
The wood elf
Dun,
way.
dun, dun.
The wood elf way. You get to the center where you can get a more direct look on this console, and do you have dark vision?
Yep.
Yeah, so that's fine. With your dark vision and your long vision sight, there's no need to make a check. As you catch sight of this console, you notice that it similarly seems to be made of this metallic green metal rather than any sort of natural material. And as you're looking at it, they seem to be rather than like channeling anything into it as you might expect with pyromancy. There seems to be this dark green metal keywork kind of built into the console, which give me an intelligence check. Because I think you have seen these previously.
Oh,
To see if you remember them.
maybe. Maybe.
The coloring reminds you of the almost alien-like metal that the Republic uses.
Which is.
This appears to be aberrational technology they're using.
Okay. So would it look similar to the arc table? Was that aberration?
No, that was Arcanite technology.
Okay.
This is almost like this is gun green, like future sci-fi tech.
Yeah, I did. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, that's good enough for Alvina to go. Zorma can probably figure it out. She will do the sneaky back and go, right, I know it is Zormir. It's a console.
Zormir is currently climbing down a ladder and has just reached the bottom of the 100-foot long ladder.
I'll tell him later.
Zormir, you find yourself on the obsidian pathways. Other than the ones on the little islands, like directly ahead of you, there doesn't seem to be any fire guards down here. There's only the 3 in the center and the 2 off on the islands, next to what appears to be just kind of a central wall around this whole map, if you just assume. There are doorways leading out into corridors beyond this, out into the underground corridors you previously were, as it was the other entrance.
Wait.
I've thought of something.
Point the bit of metal up back at the ones up there. What are you waiting for? Hurry up and start getting down here. Or at least have some of you deal with the people upstairs and the rest get down here.
I've had a thought of how we can deal with the captain, by the way. Well, unfortunately, might have to miss out on the loot if we do it this way, but it might work. I start saying that to fuck you. Hey, fuck you. When we actually get into this shit, you think you could throw the captain off the cliff? Hello?
Hello?
Oh, yeah, I'm still here. I was literally... Did I
You're,
disconnect?
you're still here. You're still here.
Cool. Yeah, I was asking, I asked fuck you if... while we're getting down the ladder, I'm asking fuck you if he has any way of getting the captain off the edge.
Not really.
Darn.
Alright, whoever is going down the ladder, if you move yourself closer to like the edge of the obsidian walkway, we're going to use that as like differentiate the heights here. Anyone inside the squares of the gangway is going to be up top.
Cool. Yeah, I think Alvina's more useful.
Fade, where would you like to be? I'm assuming you'd like to be on the gangway up top.
I don't know.
Would you
I
want to
need
be
some.
out of range of any attacks or?
I mean, closest. Like, how far away is it? Sorry.
100 feet.
I'm
up.
back in
The
now,
gangway is
so
100 feet above the walkways, 100 feet above the little islands, effectively. The
Can I not-
island is over a dark abyss.
Can I not fly? Over?
Yes, you can.
Like, up, sort of hug the rooftops so that I can be like a drop bear?
To
At the
clarify,
drop of a hat?
the rooftop is a spire that reaches up about 400 feet. I'm just going to
Right.
assume that you are going to be in the air in a reasonable
the-
shooting distance.
Yeah, in the rafters, kind of. Yeah.
So 100 feet on the gangway. Got it.
Yeah.
You can hover over next to gangway. That's fine. But just to give
That
me a rough
kinda
idea where you are.
level.
Yeah, that kind of level,
Yeah.
right? We're dealing with 2 levels here, guys. Let's not make
Yeah.
vertical gameplay any more complicated than it needs
It's
to be.
already weird.
You're either in shooting distance or not in shooting distance.
I imagine Lou and the cultists are going to be on top.
You're
They
saying-
don't care about their range because they're fine.
Yeah, Abigail is technically a melee fighter, and melee fights in the
I
backgrounds
can
during
be
sport rounds.
wherever
Should be down
I'm
there.
asked to be.
And Mr. Popular, the pacifist, isn't going to fight and is going to hang out with the Point, who is also a range or can be a ranged attacker.
He's mostly a ranged attacker, so.
It's only
So-
some people to deal with the people up top.
That's why I
Um,
went Lou, the Point, and the army of cultists will be up top.
Yeah, I can do that.
And wherever Gwent wants to be.
I think 90 feet. Between 60 and 90 feet I need to be.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm just going to put you on the second layer for simplicity's sake, for reminding me of who can actually spot you.
Yeah.
The
And if I need to rush in, I'll rush in.
The only thing I can think of to potentially get the captain over the edge
Yeah.
is to polymorph him into something, and if you just throw him over. But
That
Don't
might
know.
work.
I mean, if this engine is based on like primordial fire, it might burn him.
It's. Another main thing, it's an abyss. Even if it doesn't kill him, he's not going to be around for very long, and it'll give us time.
Yeah, I mean, does he have legs or does he have?
He has legs. He has legs.
So he probably doesn't float.
Yeah, he might be able to just rocket propel fly.
Yeah, his body appears to be imbued with floating magma rocks.
But so the thought is, if you turn him into a sheep don't fly. So when he hits whatever the power core is, even if that doesn't kill him, he's going to come back up.
Unless all the bludgeoning damage just kills him outright.
Which he might.
Yeah, it might. Who knows?
It depends what he lands in, really.
Yeah.
Or
All right.
polymorph.
So the party is now subsequently split between the melee characters down on the lower layer, 100 feet beneath, and the ranged characters up 100 feet, who can deal with the guards on the railing while also firing down.
Mhm.
How would you like to approach this, gang?
So fuck you is still invisible.
Okay.
I'm assuming it hasn't been. How long's it visible for? It's like an hour.
It's a while. It's an hour for basic one, I think.
Um,
Yeah, because greater invisibility is 10 minutes, so yeah, invisibility is 9.
so I could sneak up behind this guy, polymorph him, into a cat or something, and then try to throw him over.
Yeah. Don't do a cat, they land on their feet. You might be fine.
A
Do a
goldfish.
hamster. Do a hamster. Don't do all the she'll suffocate and break too early.
Yeah, they'll
do
just
like
go
do
splat.
something that's do like a gerbil. That'd be funny.
Technically, no. It would need to be bigger than that because, like, a squirrel won't actually die from impact damage. It would die from starvation.
Even better, actually.
Yeah, but then the polymorph would pop before actually lands. What I'm thinking is something heavy enough
That's what I was saying.
to be thrown over. And
All right, before we get into this, I'm going to quickly grab some more water because it sounds like we're about to do the
I think we are, yeah.
start combat and get half an hour in and see what happens before we.
Yeah.
But yeah, plan how you're going to do stuff while I go grab water.
Yeah, I think turn him into like a small sheep.
Yeah.
I'll try. How far is it? It's 100, isn't it? I'm gonna get spotted.
Can I just
Turn him
say,
into something small enough that you can throw him off because I might not be able to get there in time.
what about a baby giraffe? They have
Eh.
difficulty walking.
They're massive.
No, a
they're
baby
big.
one.
yeah, they're
Yeah.
still about 6 foot tall.
You're like 6 foot
They're
6
still
for a
big.
baby giraffe. It's like twice the size of fuck you.
Yeah.
Just because you don't have faith in fuck you doesn't mean the rest of us don't.
I have a lot of faith in fuck you. I don't have a lot of faith in fuck you's muscles.
No, fuck you's got like a -1 to
Yeah.
their strength.
Yeah.
Right.
That's why I say it's like something small.
Yeah, that's what I'm just looking at.
Like CR0 animals would be the easy ones.
Yeah, sheep.
The sheep's the classic, isn't it? Like it's just a small sheep.
A lamb.
Basically a lamb, yeah.
Yeah.
Because if he dies on impact, fine. Like if the actual polymorph breaks on impact, it's fine because it's probably going to put him far enough out to not be a problem for a while, so we can deal with his minions. That's kind of my thinking. Even if we can't kill him with it, it gets rid of it for a while, and then we can deal with him when he comes back. Because we might get some time. If we deal with him quickly enough, we might be able to like heal up and stuff. Because these guys fucking hurt. We've already proved that.
Alrighty, we ready to go?
Think so.
I got my stat blocks ready. All right, so what is the initiating action you guys are doing?
Fuck you, polymorphing the
Yep.
fire elemental captain into a sheep.
So fuck
Alright,
you
now.
is sneaking behind the or about here.
Behind the captain.
Now, as I previously mentioned, this guy does have a higher passive perception than the guards, so I'm going to need a fresh stealth check from you.
That's fine. I'm invisible.
There's
so
a-
I've got advantage.
Yep. There's a chance you might not make this.
Also, is it... Albina's gonna get as close as she thinks that you will be out of... Thank God you have advantage.
Why? What?
Whoa, what does that even mean?
I don't know. It's rolled 3 dice.
Can I get, knowing the plan, can I get in to about 60 feet away from the guy? I say about. Can I get
if-
exactly 60 feet from the guy?
If you are not invisible, no. Because he can't
I-
easily see you.
I will turn invisible and fly over him 60 feet away.
Then I'm also going to need a stealth check from you.
Cool. Just so I can assist with
Yeah.
that.
I don't...
I think it's the 28.
Uh,
I don't know why.
Yeah,
the,
I'm gonna be generous here and take the 28 because all the others fail.
I'm so happy... What? I am so happy I decided to take a higher one. Just on the off chance.
Well, we'll see what Professor Fade. I don't know why I keep going. We'll see what Fade rolls
It is a 6.
before I tell you what his passive is to let you know how close you were.
Yeah.
Ah!
Is it 27?
No, because
I passed it earlier with
did
a
succeed.
25.
To note, his passive perception is 24.
Thank God! Gwen,
Better
you
than
saved my
mine.
ass.
Higher than mine.
It's higher than mine. Well, that's saying
So-
something.
As the party
Yeah.
is getting into position,
Higher
as
than
Fukyu is able to get up pretty much as close to this guy as you want. He appears to just be. He has a quite large. He is huge, a 15-foot stature to him. Just this massive spiked flaming maul in one hand, the cinder armor floating around his body, but his body is now in the shape of a 2-foot humanoid. You can see magma rocks floating throughout his body. There is a series of broken volcanic rock that has been held together in the shape of a skull to make his face.
That's
Just for
awesome.
those who want to see what this guy looks like.
Oh,
You're welcome for the model,
no.
guys. It's awesome.
And I guess I'll throw a picture into chat for James, so you can really truly appreciate who it is you're currently fighting.
We're fighting the fucking Fire Lord.
I recognize that guy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I played rugby with him.
Oh, okay, we're gonna go for the Firelands raid. He's awesome. I love him.
I'm just making him gargantuan on the map, however, just really make a nice imposing figure there. But he is categorically huge.
Categorically huge.
So yeah, everybody go ahead and roll me initiative. Fuki will be able to get a pre-combat action off. As you get right up behind him, you notice his skull head swivel in the flaming fire that keeps it held together as it looks up into a random space in the ceiling where there currently isn't a creature except for, you know, the very obviously humming noise coming from Fade, who rolled such abysmal stealth check that everyone knows where they are.
You hear it's more of a he turns in my direction and like the eye flashes up the map and I close my eye and it's like oops.
And this is where you really, really hope that the polymorph works.
Yep.
But am I within 60 feet of him at that point, or did I not get up to that?
You are, but he has spotted you, and
Okay.
you are not hidden from him.
Oh.
You're still getting the physical invisibility, but he at least
You get a
knows where you
standard
are.
invisibility,
He at least knows
Buddy.
what to hit fire on his turn if he beats you in initiative.
Oops.
A plume of smoke just drifts over the top of you as farming around you as it.
Now that's what's going to be left of him after the initiative.
Actually need to give him a name here.
Yeah. I'm assuming he's Royal Fire Knight, which is a cool fucking title, honestly.
It is.
Where the heck am I?
And I'm not going to give the guards their individual turn this time around.
Yeah. This is basically a surprise round, but he's caught. Sort of.
Shit.
It's meant to be a surprise round.
It's
mean,
meant to be, but
you're-
unfortunately,
You're a
fate's
very
been
good
detected.
distraction.
However, it is enough of a surprise for Fuki to get free action off.
Come on, fuck you.
Cool.
Just gonna put Royal
So-
Knight.
Actually,
Make
come on,
it count.
come on. Totally not Ragnaros. Roll really badly.
He got a 13.
So that
Wait,
fails
that's
my
not his.
DC.
I need Fire Knight. Oh, sorry, I haven't actually rolled first. I meant his initiative 13. Never mind. 1 second. 12. I'm still just.
DC 15 Wisdom save against polymorph.
Yeah.
Oh damn! Did he get second in the initiative order? Oh no, I haven't put Fade in yet. Okay. There you go. He got. Technically, joint third.
It depends on his dex, isn't it?
No, I just let the turn order decide when I do the descending
Wow.
order.
With my +1, I'm going first in initiative.
Alright, what was save
Never
for
gone
wisdom?
first.
15 Wisdom.
Wisdom save. He does not have proficiency.
Okay.
So this is just a check. 15.
Silvery buffs.
I was about to do that.
Yeah,
That's why I got within 60 feet.
Silvery bards. Go ahead. I know it doesn't matter what you roll,
So
but
you need to
Technically,
make
we
a-
can both use it.
Can I-
Since you're right beside him,
Mhm.
I know you are. I'm gonna sacrifice my invisibility.
Okay.
Yeah.
I
So
mean,
silvery
my
barbs.
invisibility goes off when I polymorph him anyway.
Ah.
yeah, they are
This-
casting a spell.
I see. All right then.
You both do it anyway. Just
I mean,
Tap.
he
didn't get
yeah.
climb up. Shit.
I mean, it does stack
Yeah, I think
technically.
It's why it's so like crazy. It's one of those bullshit ones.
I've seen it on a
It's
stream.
broken. It's why it's considered a little broken.
I've seen it on a stream. 4 people have silvery barbs in one reaction.
This is a reroll, isn't it? There you go.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah. He has
It's a 23.
silvery barbs.
Oh, you're also gonna silvery barbs?
Yeah.
Is everyone just gonna silver the? Oh, I
And I'm
feel
gonna
so
give
bad
the
for you guys in a
additional.
second.
I'm gonna give the additional D20 to Fukyu.
It is an 11.
Hooray! He's
So
gonna
he's-
use a legendary resistance, isn't he?
Probably.
As this legendary knight.
Hey, he burned the legendary resistance. That's still
So, so yeah, a polymorph goes off. He seems to shrug it off, and then Fukyu goes, "Haha!"
For a moment,
Celebrate.
his body seems to be shrinking into the polymorph form before
Starts
suddenly a
getting
burning
violent.
inferno ignites and destroys the magic with raw intensity as he shrugs it off and laughs this deep, booming, gravelly laugh of magmic rock just smashing together in his voice. And
Double oops.
in Ignan, that only those characters who understand Ignan hear. It seems we have vermin upon the ship. Excellent. I was growing bored.
I just whispered to the people next to me. He's noticed this, guys.
Kill them all.
They're all up on the open plains, the rabbits and whatnot.
As everyone rolls for initiative, and we get in to the combat for the ship's control. Fade, you get to go first.
Yes.
Fukyu, did you use your so gain advantage on the next attack roll ability check saving throw? Did you give that to someone else?
No, because it failed.
No, you automatically get it.
I do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
If you keep it for your, because you can save it for yourself. If you keep it for yourself, I'll just keep my one.
Yeah, I'll keep mine. You keep yours, because
Sure.
I think we're the only ones within 60 foot of each other.
I think you're also
Yep.
gonna need it.
Yeah, it is fair.
Ooh, I get
My turn.
This knight stat block.
Yeah.
That's cool. My turn, and he's right there. I've used the first level. I'm just gonna mark that off.
Turns
Fuck.
out, guys. Captain of the Royal Guard, legendary creature. Who knew?
Literally the guy assigned to protect the princess.
Yep.
I am going to cast blindness on the guy. So I need a Constitution save, please. DC
Save.
DC
Okay.
19.
25.
Silvery barbs.
You've already used your reaction.
You've already used your reaction.
It
But
is
it's
my
their
turn.
turn.
Yeah,
They have
it's
got their
your
action back.
Yes.
Another silvery barbs.
28.
Fuck you,
So it's still
It
25.
was 11.
son of a bitch.
You have to use the lower roll, so it's 25. So.
Fair enough.
It's irrelevantly high.
Either way, success. Unfortunately, this one he does have proficiency with.
And I give my extra D20 to Gwent, I think. Because Alvina, whenever she rages, she can reckless anyway. So Gwent, you gain advantage on the next attack roll ability check or saving throw you make within 1 minute.
Don't
And I
worry,
still have
guys.
mine.
I am almost certain to kill myself on the fire night.
I fly another 30 feet away from that guy.
The two Southern Royal Knights begin to give you a look over there. I'm also gonna delete them and replace them with the named figure.
It's a first level, and a second level is going as well.
Chris, what about the initiative for the Brothers Grimm?
Remember, they are a support round,
Oh, okay, fair enough.
so you can use them as a support ability. As they are an NPC and therefore do not get the full capabilities of a player character, because that way you can have more NPCs. And that gives me a simplified system that doesn't bog down the combat too much. Fate, is that your turn?
Bonus action, I'm going to do animancy stuff.
Oh, cool. Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like to target the knight?
No, my monster soul.
Oh, you're
My
just
for-
using your
my-
infusion. Fair
Yeah,
enough.
I get I get a foreign anima.
All right,
Basically.
cool. You start taking weird monster infusing things. Gwent, it is your turn. What would you like to do?
Okay, I've worked out that I can leg it up to here, cast Bane on that guy and that guy,
Nice.
and then move back a little bit.
Alrighty, so I need a knight and what was that, 2 guards?
No, just one. I can't get this one over here, unfortunately.
That's fair. A 27 charisma save.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, easily.
The 16 on the guards. Ooh, one of the guards failed.
Fails.
Okay, so this guy has. Let's not do that for poison. No, that's not poison. That's a good bane for
Well,
me.
there's a charismatic guy.
My face
Captain
takes on the
Picard.
form of a were-rat, by the way. I'm using my cursed lycanthropy.
Yes, unfortunately for you, the guards are specially trained to resist any temptation to persuade or control them. Have proficiency in charisma saves. Gwent, is that your turn?
Yep, that's all I can do.
Fukyu, it is your turn. The Royal Knight is looking down at you with just the essence of a sinister look on his floating skull face. What would you like to do?
We've not damaged him yet. Oh shit.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Oh, no.
I'm gonna try stab him with my rapier.
All right, go for it.
So,
You get advantage.
Yep.
Huzzah!
Dirty 20? Probably not.
Oh, that's
A
definitely not
dirty
hitting.
20 glances off his cinder plate.
Yep.
Cool.
Because I think the guard's a
Balls.
20, so he's probably going to be more.
Bonus action, disengage and run.
Right, this is where you have Sentinel.
I was about to say, he better have Sentinel.
He might.
That would be so hilarious.
I don't think I gave it to these guys.
I was imagining he might, because he's like captain of a royal guard. It's like, there's a chance if anyone's going to have Sentinel.
Is that your turn, Fukyu?
That would be me, yep. So,
All right, it is now time for the Royal Knight as he kind of smacks his free hand against the cinder plate on his chest and in Ignan calls out, in the name of the Royal Knight, Smoldress, I will crush these vermin that have infested my lady's ship. Let the hunting and sport begin. As Fukyu, is that as far as you can get away?
yep, I've only got 30 foot.
All right, then Smoldress is going to come over to the edge here.
He's going to throw you in.
And let's see if I can angle this right. I feel like that's unfair to the spirit of the ability. So let's have him just come up to the edge here. I'll kind of place him just a little bit to the corner, you know. And he is going to smash down. Where am I looking here? Oh, it's because I'm looking at the actions.
Hammer down.
So you can take up to 3 of the listed actions. So he is going to do Heat Wave. He is going to stomp his foot into the ground, and a wave of molten fire rides towards you. As I need each creature in a 15-foot cube, which I believe that is going to be Gwent and Fukyu. If I can get the. Yeah, it's 15 foot. Gwent's just in range. I need you both to give me a strength saving throw.
Strength save. Oh, God.
Regret
Oh,
everything.
yeah, it should be good.
I'm gonna thingy that.
Oh, that's not bad.
70's pretty good. Probably not high enough, but pretty good.
Destiny
Hey,
18.
I'm happy with 17, you know?
I mean, that's good for a -1.
That's what I was like for you guys. That's great.
Didn't put a DC on this. What's the DC of all the other ones? 18? Yeah, 18 is
I'm
all the
going to
other
say
ones.
it should
Oh.
be 16?
No, I'm gonna take the DC of the rest of the abilities because that seems to be his flat ability. Apparently, I just didn't write it in. Weird. So DC 18, Fukyu does succeed because he has to equal it.
You know that Destiny going.
I would not make it, I swear. I'm going to use my destiny for something more
You
lifelike.
have a bardic inspiration or anything that can give you a 1.
Oh, actually, yeah, I do. I've got my D6, so I automatically pass.
Oh, nice. We're using it. Then you take half of the 14 fire damage, so you both take 7 fire damage, unless you're resistant, then you take less. And you are not pushed 10 feet back off the walkway.
I thought that would be what it is. But it's straight.
Yep.
As he stops down, he continues forward, and in the single motion after the wave has passed you, as you are kind of stumbling, trying to keep hold, Fuku, you look up as he grins or stares down at you with the essence of a grin and the swinging of his molten maul, and makes a molten smash attack against you for a 25.
Yep.
As he deals 16 bludgeoning damage and 13 fire damage.
29 total.
By the way, I don't know if that was intentional, Chris. That is actually one of his abilities. The guy in the picture I sent you. It's legitimately the name of an ability. That was awesome. I love it.
I don't think it was entirely intentional, but more just the inspiration of the aesthetic.
Yeah.
To be fair, I did play Molten Rock back in the day, so you know.
Yeah, exactly.
It's probably something from past memory.
Yeah, it's just something clicking back.
Yeah. But he can do up to 3 of the attacks. Do I want to do... has he noticed the rest of you yet? You guys haven't attacked yet, so I'm just going to focus on the ones who... although Fate has attempted to do it, so you know what? Just because I want to use all of them,
Oh, no.
I'm gonna use Magma Blast.
Yay!
He is going to, as he sweeps through with his maul and smashes through Fuck You, who I'm just assuming it's slow motion. You get hit in the cheek and spin multiple times. He, with his free hand, forces it into his body, grabs one of the hovering molten rock inside his own body, rips it out, and aims it directly into the space where Fade is.
Good luck.
As he hurls it up to 120 feet away from him. Each creature in that 20-foot radius, which is just going to be you, it needs to make a dexterity saving throw from this molten rock.
Is the DC higher than 22?
It is 18.
Okay, so I can make this.
It's possible.
16.
Would
16.
you like to do anything before I announce the results?
I get my extra D6.
You have a hero. Don't
Oh,
get one.
I also have advantage, don't I? Because this is the first attack roll, ability check, or saving throw after my silvery barbs.
Yes.
So we'll see if I need to use the extra D6 first.
Yeah.
Which I probably will be needing that. Yeah. So I'll roll the extra D6. Yeah, Gwen. So I just need a 2. Hey,
4.
a 20.
You mostly dodge the rock.
Now, actually,
Now this is non-magical bludgeoning damage, right?
one
'Cause
second.
Because it's just a big rock.
No, the Royal Fire Knight's weapon attacks are magical, including
Oh.
the magma inside of them.
Oh, damn it.
However, part of it is fire, so I'm going to
Yeah.
ignore the fire. So you only take the bludgeoning, which, God, why
was
you are the most
12.
annoying one to do this.
I can see it on the screen. 6, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18 points.
So
So I
16.
take half.
Yes, you take half of that.
18 halved to 9 bludgeoning. That's all right.
Yep, and you ignore the fire and you move away. That is also a recharge, so I'd like to recharge at the end of his turn, but that is the end of his turn. I don't believe there's any bonus
Damn it.
actions.
Wouldn't that have been so fun though? If that wasn't magical, it just would have burned up upon him. That would have been brilliant.
He does not recharge his magma blast for the next round. So that
Can
is going
I-
to be him.
Can I leer down at him as any? This would immeasurably damage the rest of my party. I just want to float there looking like Vision.
That's fair. You can do so. Lou Grimm, it is your turn before the Royal Knights get to go. What would you like to do?
I feel I should be attacking him.
We all should. We all feel that.
So, what I'm gonna try.
Thank
Good
you,
to
Luke, for
meet you.
ignoring your own personal safety to help us.
Yeah, when we get here, you can get a nice range of him. Put the
Friends for.
guys here. I'll just Mr. Popular back here. have you actually? There you go. So you're actually in one of the grey cubes.
What I'm gonna try is Mind Sliver.
Ooh,
Ooh, against
Intelligence.
Smoldrus.
intelligence save.
Yeah, we'll find out if he's good at intelligence as well. We know he's good at con. We know he's good at charisma. He's
Okay.
almost certainly good at strength.
So intelligence saving throw on the Royal Knight, a
17.
15.
Hey!
Ooh.
Nice.
Okay, so he
Remind me what
takes
Mine Silver do the other guy.
It's a D6 it's 6 psychic damage.
He's done 6 already.
Yeah.
2d6.
must succeed in intelligence saving throw or take 1d6 psychic damage and subtract 1d4 from the next saving throw it makes before the end of your next turn.
Okay,
Okay.
it's not a deliberate,
I mean,
debilitating effect.
It should be 2D because we're
He-
level
Oh,
He
yes,
did.
it's 2d6.
He rolled
sorry.
2D, he just rolled pretty
Yeah.
bad.
Ooh,
Yeah.
1.
5 and a 1.
Okay, 6 psychic, if I remember correctly. Ooh, he is resistant to psychic damage.
God damn it!
He has
That's good.
mental fortitude, but he
Hey,
still
he
takes the 3.
damage. He still takes damage.
He takes 3, and he has a negative d4 on his next save.
Do you know that Bane that didn't work? Works.
Yeah, it might work. In
Not for the next
future,
one.
it might. Yeah.
No, I mean, effectively, it is Bane.
But, Lou Grim, you have drawn technically first blood. It is psychic damage, and there isn't technically any blood involved. He also doesn't
nosebleed.
have blood,
Hmm.
which is a
Well, you
slightly
have
bigger
done the
issue
first
here.
Damage.
But you have done first damage to him. Congratulations, and
Yay.
given him a negative d4. Lugrim, is that your turn? Would you like to move or do anything else while we move on to the Royal Knight? Oh, and also, well, your support round will come off cooldown. Also, some Moldrus's legendary actions have come off cooldown on his turn.
Okay.
I think I'm okay where I am.
But let's have the Royal Knights begin to take aim at the party. The 2 guards on the consoles are going to focus on those because they're busy at work prepping the area. But the ones in the rafters are going to take aim. And Lugrim, you are the first to be targeted for your ranged attacking, as the Royal Knights are going to cast a firebolt blast at you. Let's see, they can each do 2. Does a 13 or a 16 hit?
The 16 hits.
16 hits. That's because they do an explosion. Fair enough. Let's say the Brother Grims are like slightly. They'll be near you. I'm gonna need a dexterity saving check from you, Lou, as you take 14 of fire damage.
You're resistant, remember, bud?
And the Lou Grims
Yeah.
can...
Hell yeah.
21!
Oh, and even the Brothers Grimm succeed.
Damn.
So Brothers Grimm take a quarter?
No, it is all or nothing on the blast damage.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Nice.
So none of you take any additional damage. Lou, you just take the initial 14 from the direct hit.
14.
So you take 7, you take 7, Luke, because you're resistant to fire.
Yeah, I was just about to say that. 7.
And this guy is out of range, so he is going to dash down. Was it 80 feet? Yeah, so he's going to dash down all the way to the bottom here, trying to get in range of Lou. And these guys are similarly going to dash down. But while they're doing that, your support comes off cooldown and can be used next round. Alvina, it is your turn as... Alvina is your turn.
Alvina is my turn. Well, Alvina is going to use
this
the
guy.
rage that Zormir thankfully inspired me to have.
I'll leave this guy over here preparing.
Nice.
So Alvina rages. She's very, very, very tired, but she just gets a little bit of anger in there.
So you're like a child. I wanted
Yeah.
to stay and pet all the rabbits. Damn it! There were rabbits. Ah!
No, she's actually powered up by the fact that if she kills everybody here, she gets to keep the rabbits.
Okay.
And more.
But Alvina is going to try something probably stupid. I have to dash for him, annoyingly, I think. Yeah, I do. Can I try something as part of a dash, or would it be a bit much?
No, I'll allow it. You had time to try and run in while Fade was getting caught.
Okay. Alvina wants to basically try and grab the guy by some of the parts of rock and try to maneuver him to hurl him off the side.
All right, so you want to do a grapple check. You run in and attempt to, like, flying leap, grab, and spin with your momentum to get him off.
Yeah.
Go ahead and give me an athletics check.
With advantage because angry.
This guy does have athletics, so let's find out if
Right.
you're true stronger.
26.
26.
And I'm going to basically just beforehand, I'm going to add fuck you's bardic inspiration to it.
All right. Ooh.
Don't even need to.
I'll do
Only
it. It felt
Didn't even
appropriate, so I'm using
didn't
it.
even need it. As you come in, your sheer momentum just takes him off balance as you begin spinning him around, and in a single leap you find your feet and just with all your strength hurl him over you as he goes flying. And I'm going to give him a dex save on this chain to try and catch himself.
Hey, fuck you. Do you know what you have? You have your reaction back.
As well, let's see. He rolls a 16 on his dexterity saving throw. Do you believe that will be enough to save him?
Is that taking the -4?
It is not taking into the -4.
Yeah, fair
I
play.
might not need to.
Yeah.
As a
So-
13.
Um,
What do you
It's not a bad roll.
It's
Not a bad
it's
roll.
it's not high though.
He got a 13 on the dice.
Yeah.
Oh, imagine if we had a cutting words bar.
My-
Wouldn't that be
My
hilarious?
thought is, yes, do it. Because if it's at worst, it's a 13.
yeah.
Up to you. Up to you, buddy.
That's my thought, at least.
Yeah. I've still got some spells left, so go silvery barbs.
We don't.
Okay.
Okay.
Let's find out. A 6,
That's fine.
which
What's
with
the
the
minus?
negative 3 puts it down to 3.
Yeah, he's gone.
He might fly, but it puts him out of it for a moment at least.
As he flies out of distance, he begins to fall. He seems to be attempting to grapple onto the chain, but he vanishes from sight into the darkness until maybe a solid, like at the end of 6 seconds later, you finally see a tug on the chain.
Okay.
He has managed to catch himself, but I am going to burn a legendary resistance to do so.
Sweet.
So
And
he's
he is
used all
going
three?
to. No, he's only used one so far,
It's
so that'll be
the-
the second one.
That's the second one.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
He's 2 down.
And he is going to have catch himself a decent distance down, so it will take him time to climb back up.
Cool.
But Alvina, that is, I believe, your turn, unless you want to
Yeah.
use a bonus action for anything. I think
Uh,
you did rage.
I did rage, yes. That was.
Then
What was his name? I want you to say his actual name.
Smoldress.
Bye, Smoldress! I'll say, like, in Infernal, when I'm grabbing him, basically.
That's fair. You hear him give a screaming grunt of, "Ah! I'll be back!"
You meddling kids.
But Zormir, it is actually no. Let's say at the end of your turn is when he grabs it. That makes sense. Zormir, is your turn.
Mm.
All the royal guards are now suddenly looking down at the party with, even the ones working are suddenly like stalled of like, oh shit.
And that girl just tackled him off the cliff.
That
They-
girl
they-
just tackled the captain.
And threw him off
What do
the
we do?
edge.
What do
I'm
we
the captain
do?
now.
Look at me. Look at me.
I am the captain.
Perfect.
Casting that so I can basically get myself to in level with Alvina with using everything I've got. And sort of trying to make it towards as close to the guy with the cons
Yeah.
that I could with using bonus action dash, movement, and then action dashing.
Oh, I forgot to add this. Fair. Is that your full turn just to dash?
Yeah, because I was like way back here where Abby is, and that's like 30 to get
Yeah,
to
so
there,
really
and 30 to
far
get
back, and
to
it's not as
halfway
fast
up, and then another 30 to get to the front.
That's fair. You do so.
Fair action.
All right. As we hit 0. And let me have a look at my Royal Fahrenheit. Ooh, which one of these should I do?
Decisions.
All of the guards on the console, having monetarily distracted, return back to their work with a fervor and a fury, unlike you've ever seen of a guard worker. and suddenly there is a massive pulse of red from down below that lights up the entire cavern just temporarily as the heat in the air begins to rise and rise quicker. Suddenly, you all find yourself a bit of sweat on your head, with the exception of those immune or resistant to fire.
Hooray!
Do I count because of pyromancy?
You still feel a little bit hot.
Okay.
You can control it, but not quite to that extent yet. As I do the layer action, Burning Heat, and I need any creature holding a metal weapon or wearing a metal armor to give me a Constitution saving throw from the sudden rise in heat as it flashes through the room, and you see the walkways begin to glow red. The consoles similarly starting to glow red. Zormir's armor similarly starting to
gonna
glow
use my-
red.
I'm gonna use my thing, my inspiration to reroll.
Does it count having
Mhm.
metal weapons on your belt?
No, I'm gonna go with anything you're holding or wearing.
I am not wearing metal armor, and I am not holding any metal weapons then, because I use both hands to tackle them off the cliff. So.
I'm also going to include anyone on the walkways. So Lugrim, also give me a con save as suddenly the very metal that you are leaning against and standing on begins to get really, really hot.
That's better.
Yeah, not bad.
Right. Is a DC 15 for those who succeed.
You know, sometimes being cursed is a good thing.
You do not drop your items. Blah blah blah. God, how's the spell worded again? The knight causes all metal in the layer to rapidly heat. If a creature is holding metal weapon or wear metal armor, the creature must succeed on blah blah blah. Or drop the object if it can. If it doesn't drop the object, so I guess it doesn't actually matter. Actually, Zormir, is your armor made of metal? I assume it is.
Yeah, it's made out of it's
They
basically
take
a suit,
2d8 fire damage.
a suit
He's a cow in
transfer,
tinfoil.
even with the 26. Using my
I'm pretty sure because it's the equivalent of a heat metal spell. I don't think heat metal actually cares if you succeed if you're wearing the armor.
Yeah, if you're wearing it, you just take the damage.
It's why it's so good against armored targets.
Yeah. Whereas if you're holding a weapon, you take the damage and then you drop it.
my arcane armor, basically, that's made out of normal plate.
It's steel, isn't it? Because you replace steel
Yeah.
with roll.
Yeah, unfortunately, you are wearing plate, and these guys have heat metal.
Yeah.
Bro,
Your natural
damn, man.
enemy.
It
Somebody
really
use
is.
heat metal spell.
It really is.
The spirit of the forge, your natural
So you
enemy.
take 9
Forge.
fire damage. As well as anyone who failed the DC 15 and is holding a metal weapon also takes 9 fire damage and then drops their weapon.
Oh,
And anyone who succeeded can optionally choose to drop their weapon without taking the damage.
What kind of armor is Gwent wearing? I think they're wearing
When
plate as well.
took the 9 damage because he's wearing armor.
Ah.
But my shield is wooden, and I don't generally have a weapon in my hand, so
Oh,
pretty good for
I thought you
that.
had a mace. I thought you had a mace, but yeah, fair enough.
yeah, I never use it though because I've got
That's
plus 5, so nothing. It hits on
Yeah.
nothing.
That makes sense, honestly.
It's there for show or a doorstop.
It's a paperweight.
But with
Is that
that,
to make sure the bandages don't fly away?
at the end of the layer action, you can feel a small rumble throughout the cavern as the workers continue to furiously type at their keyboards, and the chain to which the Royal Knight Smoldris is attached begins to shake a little bit, indicating he is climbing back up.
Out of curiosity, what's the chain made of?
It appears to be made of similarly adamantine,
It's
or this
adamantine.
red-hued adamantine.
Damn it.
What's the
Is everything
floor
made of adamantine?
What's the floor made
The
of?
floor
And
is made
also
of obsidian.
adamantine.
Okay.
It's made of obsidian. You can attempt to crack off the crane. That's one of the options.
That is
But
not
we'll have to find out next week, as that's the beginning combat against the Royal Knight Smoldris for the control of Firestar 45. That is where we're going to end for today.
Hell
As
yeah.
you know, it's past 9 and people have to get away.
Aw. Tune in next week though for part 46, Firestar 45, part 3. Not
Yeah,
convoluted at
from-
all.
Exactly.
When that guy at the console's gonna get punched in the face from Zarmir for boiling him alive.
Yes, it does occur to you with your immense insight that the guards at the console appear to be controlling the lair actions.
Yep.
Oh, cool.
Oh, they're going to get yeeted.
Out of random curiosity, just for next week's reference, the amethyst dragon sword, since that's made of dragon scale, that's not metal, right?
No, that's crystal.
Cool. Was making 100% sure.
Yeah.
Cool.
But with that, thank you all for watching. Thank you all for playing. Tune in next week to find out is the party able to take control and actually steal this ship, or will this giant beefcake of a royal fire knight decide to just smash them, since the party's only done 3 damage to him in one whole round.
I throw him off a cliff. It's fine.
Two things can be true.
He is also down to 1 legendary resistance, so
That is true.
Down to
this
one
combat
legendary
might actually be a lot
resistance in one
shorter than
round.
expected.
Yeah.
Do we keep the same initiative?
You will, yes.
Okay, good. Well, I just figured because it's 2 different weeks, we have rolled different initiatives each
that's
time.
Lost it, usually.
Yeah, that's only
Just so
if,
that we can.
It's normally when there's other games on and I have to clean it.
Yeah.
Yeah, just so that we can plan. Okay, if I do this in this order and da 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 kind of thing.
When have we
No,
planned?
Smoldress is underneath. Okay.
We plan things.
I
We
realize
were supposed to
the
plan
image
for this
vanishes
week
when he's
Before
off
we
the map.
start.
I planned. My plan was split the party and find a map, and we did both of those things. Actually, you know what? So my plan succeeded. What's your plan, Bob?
I gave my plan. I told you to get the
Actually,
information.
Bob also got his plan to work, to be fair.
Oh yeah, that's true. We all had good plans and they all succeeded. There you go.
Yeah, I'm amazed my plan worked,
mean,
honestly.
my
My
plan
plan was
didn't.
throw the guy off the cliff. And it technically worked.
Oh my god, did all our plans this week work?
No, the
I mean,
volleyball
mine
didn't
half
work.
worked. 'Cause
I used my
done it
sliver
to
and
shoot
it
before. Yeah.
work.
Yeah.
He is now off the cliff. So the combo plan we had
Yeah.
worked in theory. Just the
Yeah.
Overall,
off him again
the
when he's
plan has
down there.
worked.
Pulling
Overall,
off him again when he's down there. Just make him have something without arms.
our plans have all succeeded.
All right, with that, thank you for watching. Thank you for playing. Goodbye and good night.
That is a
Yeah.
good bombshell to end on. Good night.
Alright.
Yeah.
Good night.
This